Jewel, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. How are you doing? I'm stealing Zhongli's title for this stream. Noel is now the CEO of GEO. Though I may have to get rid of it for the YouTube thought because the uh it extends the title out quite a bit longer than what I think I can do on YouTube. Happy International Day for Biological Diversity. Totally didn't look at random international days after I saw my Discord message. I think that's probably the same as Menace's stream title. International Being You Day. I think it's International Being You Day. 10, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, her stream says International Being You Day, and I wonder if that's probably the same thing, right? Congrats on first 10, and welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. How you doing? Jewel, could I get a shout out for 10, please? Thank you, thank you. How have the streams been going, 10? How am I? I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired. Um, International Being You Day is next month. Oh, might wanna to yell at Medicine that she's got the day wrong. Um, but yeah, I'm okay. I'm a little tired, and my throat is a tiny bit sore still. Not sure why. It's like kind of tight on one side when I swallow. It's been not feeling like it's been feeling weird for the past few days. I might need to see someone about it if it persists. But I'm going to assume it's not an issue for right now because I can't be bothered to check in on it. Did a short stream yesterday for the event gameplay. Sorry, that. Oh, no worries. Thank you. I appreciate that 10. Kitsu, welcome in. Thank you. I appreciate it. Can I get a shout out for Kitsu as well, please? How are you doing, Kitsu? Did you get your donut? And how was work? Hope you got your donut. Used to be May 22nd, but switched to June 22nd last year. Ah, I see. I wonder why. Thank you for the shout out to Kitsu as well. But yes, ad's almost done. So yeah, I will if I'm not feeling great in the next day or two, I'll get it checked out. But I'm just going to assume it's like it's just a body skill issue and I just need to be better at something. Not sure what, but I don't know, we'll find out. Um just wanted to make sure to pop in and say hi because I missed the last stream, but at a restaurant with your fam. I'll try to join later. Have a good stream. I appreciate it, 10. Thank you for checking in. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great time and good food at the restaurant with your family. Thank you, thank you. Feeling work was slow but smooth. Didn't get your donut? Oh no! I was gonna tell you in DM Sag, how was my day? My day was fine. It was very not much happened. Um I slept. That was kind of the majority of it. I slept. I ate a little food earlier. So I probably should have eaten more food, not gonna lie. But yeah, I didn't do too much. I did work on a slight little like a little project. It was a little crafts project because I'm trying to model something and I'm not an artist. So I tried to model something with my bare tentacles. Uh and it looks fine. It looks fine, I think. I will I'll talk more about it later. It's kind of related to something else that it's a surprise. But yeah, that was the majority of my day. But I'm glad work went smooth, Kitsu. sure why it was changed, but people suspect it was changed to align with Pride Month. That's very likely. Yeah. Nightcrawler, thank you for the check-in. Good to see you again. How's it going? Oh, Nightcrawler, tell Menace that her stream title is wrong. Or it's not wrong, but like International Being You Day is next month. Thank you for the check-in, Kitsu. Uh but yeah, we just learned right now, thanks to Jua, that today is International Biological Diversity Month. Day? Month? Who am I? Today is International Biological Diversity Day. Next month is Being You, International Being You Day. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, Jua, for the update on that. International Being You Day is wrong. Apparently last year they changed it. They moved it forward a month. Apparently. So but anyways, we're going to try to finish up the Whirling Waltz event today, which means we got to make our amusement park the best that it can be. Noel's going to be the CEO of GEO and just manage the heck out of everything. And that way we can unlock the last the last bit of story for the event. And then, assuming that that's all like relatively quick, we can start Escoffier's story quest. As of 2024. Awesome. But yeah, so we will sorry, I just got hit with like a moment of just like a very brief moment of fatigue. No, we will oh my gosh. Sorry, I did just wake up from my nap like half an hour ago. So I'm a little like I'm still collecting my thoughts, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna stop like trying to form sentences and just do this. We're gonna get into the game. Unmute that. All right, we're going to max out our amusement park today. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I think part of that is we have a thing to do with Farina, right? Let's see. Business level 12. I don't know if there's a max business level. Is there? 15. 15 is the max business level. That's a lot of fun. It's 420,000, 600, 840, 1.2 mil. Got it. Menace died though. She went on a break saying she's going to toilet break, but hasn't come back, and it's been more than 10 minutes. Yep, that happens. She sometimes forgets or gets sidetracked. It happens. Poison, welcome in. Good to see you. Can I get a shout out for Poison as well, please? How was your stream earlier today, my friend? I went to lurk and then I took a nap, and when I came back, it was a short nap, but when I came back, you had stopped streaming. So I hope your stream went well. Hope you had fun. Did we do all of these things yet? We did that. We have... Okay, so we just need to end the day, I guess. Almost there? Yes, almost there. Just 3 more levels, but it surprisingly takes quite a while. Let's see. We have 133k funds. Alright, I think we just need to end the day. Wait! We can claim this for... Why can we claim this for free? Check your friendly encounters. Why can we claim this for free? Good. Did some HSR too, but too long. The story is too long. Oof. But I hope it was at least like a good story. How long did I sleep? Not long enough. Hope. Or you have your free friendly encounter this cycle from the... Oh, from the food! Okay, easy. Alright, let's go see Farina. Oh. Hi, Farina. Etiquette will stay for next cycle? I guess we're gonna find out. You speedran this?
Why, hello there, traveler. Paimon. I sensed your enthusiasm from a mile off.
I'm glad she's voiced.
You were so bright. I could have taken you for an opera singer in full falsetto. Farina, you're finally here!
Ah, our star has arrived. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Actually, no.
Thank you. I am just as thrilled to be here as you are to have me.
Um, in total, this new quest in HSR is 7 hours long. You got through 3 hours. Oh gosh. We won't find out because you claimed it, but better to claim than risk missing out on free. True. Oh, you mean like if it carries over if I didn't do it? I see. I see.
More seriously, I'm not the star this time. That's you two, alongside all the creators sharing their passion for film with the world. Honestly, when I was first asked to approve the plans, I thought this would just be a small event. I never imagined that the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland would expand to this scale so quickly.
Every patch since the new area has been 7 hours or longer story-wise. I mean, as long as it's like engaging content and it's not just like they're writing for the sake of writing, which I don't think they are, from what I've heard and or seen. It looks like they actually are putting forth a decent amount of effort for the story.
Yeah, thinking back to when we first arrived, it really has all come together in no time.
Did the whole HSR story in 3 to 4 hours, so I'm the real speedrunner for this update. Julia speedruns everything. And that's not like a disparaging comment. That's just like Julia's just that that fast, that good. It is, but it's still so long. Once Menace comes back, you can be looking. Sounds good, Nightcrawler. No
At
worries.
this rate, who knows? Someday it could become as iconic as the Fontanalia Film Festival itself. And we have the two of you to credit for much of that. I've suggested to several renowned directors that we award you the title Pioneers of the Film Industry.
Ooh, interesting. I'm gonna write that down because I should also write down the other thing. I have a list of like all the titles that we've received as the Traveler. Mercenary of the Blazing Beasts, I think is what the mercenary group is called. And then Pioneers. I don't know if this title's gonna stick though, so I'm just writing it down for now just in case.
In contrast to the Farina Award, which is more of a public honor, this title is a mark of true recognition from within the industry itself. A reflection of both outstanding achievement and hard work.
Not the Spider-Man reference. With great recognition comes even greater responsibility. Orchid, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. How's it going? The new boss fight this update had amazing music. Hoyoverse is a music studio disguised as a game studio. Honestly, I've heard that comment before too. It's like, wow, for a music studio, Hoyoverse comes out with some really good games. Mercenary of the Blazing Beasts. 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 Yes, you misheard that, Nightcrawler. Orchid, how are you and the young one doing? How was the graduation? I think that was last week, right? Thanks, but there's still room for improvement. With great recognition comes even greater responsibility.
Wow, even you're getting serious now. Come now, no need for any of that. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Speaking of which, I've actually been preparing a little survey. How about we randomly select some visitors to give us feedback about the park?
Hmm.
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina carrying out a customer satisfaction survey?
I guess she's out of macaroni.
Well, given that it bears the name of my dear friend Surintendant Cheval Moran, isn't it only natural that I conduct a bit of research on her behalf? Besides, the more famous a star becomes, the more important it is to stay in touch with reality, no? Plus, it's amazing how much you learn just by listening to other people's take on films. Paimon always assumed celebrities just get their assistants to handle everything for them. But it sounds like it's actually pretty hard work.
I mean, I think they typically do, Paimon. I don't think you're wrong there. It's just Farina doesn't have any assistants anymore.
Then again, maybe Farina's just an outlier.
An outlier without assistance. French gets a little ticked off at how they say French words names. Honestly, I was thinking the same thing. Like she said surintendant. Fine. That was relatively fine. But why are Farina and the others saying Cheval Moran instead of like the slightly closer Cheval Moran?
I'll brew you some.
It's a vocal direction thing. Can't do much about that. But no, I noticed it. I'm just like, sometimes they get it right, or at least they get it closer. All right, I think that's all we can do right now though for this. Okay, let's see let's see what our profits are for this cycle. Estimated 5.8 mil. Oh, that's the revenue. All right, what about the profits? Okay, 4656. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, slightly higher than our previous peak. Graduation was really good. Afterward, we, party of 16, went out to our local Mexican place for celebratory tacos. Hey, nice. Graduation tacos. They sound great. Oh man, I haven't had like a good taco in a while. I had some mini tacos the other day. Um, but they were spicy. I didn't realize when I first had tried them they were like extra spicy. They weren't bad. Like I'm just not like the biggest fan of spice. I can eat it. It's fine. It's just like I wanted a regular mini taco. Frida does more than eat macaroni. She eats cake as well and is a director or something like that. That's true. But she's also a director who eats macaroni and cake and doesn't have an assistant. Back to farming Blizzard set. Oof, good luck. Blizzard's not that terrible of a domain though, if I recall correctly. Have a good stream. Thank you so much, Nightcrawler. Thank you for the lurk. Alright, what do we have here? Candy shells. Oh, wait. Is it max at 70%? I think you said it's the best thing though we can get, right, Jua? At 70. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Confirm. 62 points. Best for money? Okay, cool. Just hoping for good rolls and artifacts? Yeah, I wish you luck. For real. I still am farming Husk to this day, and still not getting, great, things. Okay. We can get Bray for Eclectic Escapades. We probably should. We'll have to bench Marine, but we'll keep her on the payroll. You don't have to, you can still be on the payroll. You can still make your money on the side, even without working, so that you can get some presents for Avel. That's fine. Iron Belly, we might have to let go. 62k. Yeah, we might have to just let him go. Unless, no, yeah, we'll let him go. These... Mellow Manor. Ooh. We can get a 3-star for Mellow Manor. 20 and 25. Let's do that. 20. Okay, we will get both of these. Recruit and recruit. Should I have recruited them later? Probably. It's fine though. Okay. Sit you down. Level you up to at least 20. That way he at least matches here. Oh, it's more than match. Okay, we're doing... Okay, never mind. That doesn't scale the same as the other ones did. Okay, well that's fine. That's still better. And we will probably go ahead and dismiss you then. Thank you for your service. Conciliers X left hand. They do scale the same though. Well no, because before, when it was like a level per level thing, the service felt... Oh, wait. No, yeah, you're right, my bad. I was just focusing on like on the right hand of the screen to see the numbers changing. No, you're right. My bad, my bad. Okay, cool. So we're still matching. We're still good. Dismiss you. And then we will... Mellow Manor. I'm guessing this means Farina's going to be in this slot. I'm assuming that that's who's going there. Alright, Marine. Put you down. Put Bray in her place and get her to... Never mind, we actually don't need to do anything. That's fine. Perfect. Friendly encounters. Let's claim that. And then...
Leave it to me.
We need these at... What's the next one that we can get? It's probably... They're all probably the same, actually. Highest level, friendly encounters. Alright, it doesn't matter at this point. We can just start leveling them up leveling them up together. Ooh, Nubis level.
All of it, whatever it is.
That's not what I meant to
What
do.
exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Or is it? Wait a second. Can be... Oh, no, I guess we never did that before. Okay. You can dismiss Iron Belly, and Eclectic Escapades is in dire need of an expansion. Okay, so we will expand here. You said, dismiss Iron Belly. Thank you, I actually forgot about him. Wait a second. Yeah, he's not on the payroll. Okay. Or he's on the payroll. He's not on the roster. He is on the roster. Whatever. He wasn't working. Alright. Saw a video of someone putting Noelle next to every other 5-star female character in the game, and the comments was just everyone talking about how much they all love her, though. Or thought it was funny. I love that. That's so wholesome. Please share that in the server. I would love to see that. I love Noelle appreciation. You stink? No, you stink, Menace. Heck you and Jua. Listen, I didn't know. Jua was the one who told me. If anything, blame Jua. Can I get a shout out for Menace, please? Jua? How are you doing, Menace? How's your stream going? Thank you. Ever seen so much love for Noelle in the comment section? We'll send it. Thank you so much. I love Noelle appreciation. It's great, that's good. Are you still doing Subnautica? Until you told you were wrong? Listen, you were going off of old information. It's not your fault. It's the calendar that you got. They didn't update. It's their fault. Blame everyone else. Except for me. Because I did nothing wrong. That's a wall. That sucks. Oh, wait. You're doing an underwater game. I'm kind of doing an underwater game. Okay, how much longer is this course? Also, I can keep speeding up. Oh, I missed 2. Dang it. I missed more. I missed like 3. That's unfortunate. Alright, we did well enough anyways. Max service value is like more than doubled. Nice. Blame... Wait. With your title, it's been that way since last year. Your bot literally said today. Your bot is literally wrong. Blaming me. Look, just change it. Change your stream title to International Sherlock Day, and that fixes everything. Sure, the bot had 1 year to update, but that's barely anything. Missed 3 skill. Yeah, I know. I'm so bad. I blame Menace for that one, for me looking away and missing those 3 coins. No, Menace, you stop that. You stop spreading these lies and slander right now. You did World Goth Day. Hey, that's pretty cool too. Where should you share the video in Discord? Do it in the it's not called, what's it called? Fan art. Do it in the fan art. Actually, no, you can just do it in general. You can do it in the Genshin general. The Genshin general discussion. Stop lying, Menace. Stop lying with your lies that are lying full and full of lies. What's a performance reward? I think, was that all of the expansions? I think we're done with the expansions. Upgrade. That's all of our funds. What can we do with our encounter points? We have no funds for anything. We've already claimed that. We can't claim that one yet. We can do nothing more with our encounters, although we could recruit Miss Gardimetiquette. I kind of want to recruit Miss Gardimetiquette, even though we're not going to put her on Eclectic Escapades. I don't think. Wait, 20 out of 20. We could. We're hiring her. We got the robot. Alright, let's level her up to 20. Do we have the funds. So that'll put her on par here. We do not have the funds. That's fine. We'll just go nearly broke real quick for today. Nearly broke for today. That is fine. We'll keep her off until we can get next cycle level 25. We'll just max her out next cycle. Don't worry. World Goth Day is actually today, correct? Stop lying in chat. Why are y'all lying? Oh my gosh. Welcome in, Hapless. Good to see you. Sent the video. Awesome. I will watch it after stream. Thank you so much, Poison. Probably good to get her because 25 is greater than 20, so improvement from the other 2-star. Absolutely. So I will we'll keep her off right now just because for this cycle we'll get slightly more with Bouldern. Alright. 11 million revenue. Let's heckin' go. Alright. Still action points? I know, but I can't do anything with them, can I? There's nothing else I can do with the action points, right? We've got that selected. Hired everyone. I can literally do nothing with these action points. We're just gonna have to convert them. Next cycle. Huge. Huge. That was more than double, I think. Seems pretty true. Oh my goodness. Y'all realize you're calling an eyeball handsome. Chef's Choix il flottant. Flottant. Did we ever? No, it was this one. No. The Bavois. We're not getting the Bavois. Eclectic Escapades. Each time you spend funds this cycle, you will be guaranteed. That actually sounds pretty good. We might keep that one. Even though we don't really need to save our funds with the amount of revenue we're getting. 90% less time you upgrade any attraction. Okay, but see, if we just upgrade it 3 times, that's the same thing. So we're keeping that one. Wait, does it cost? Wait. Oh, it costs 5 to change it. I see. Okay. You know what you're saying? Now that it looks, it seems the comments are more about her design more than her personality, but no appreciation is no appreciation. True. I mean, honestly, yes. Perfect. Perfect design. 10 out of 10. No notes. It's il flottant, not il flottant. Listen, I don't think they can add the hat. They can't add the circumflex. Where is it? They don't have the ability to add a circumflex on there. But yes, I agree. Actually, funny that you mentioned that, Nightcrawler. I'll have to send it to you later. I sent it to another one of my French-Canadian friends, but it was a video about the circumflex, the hat on the French vowels and what it means, and that it basically changes nothing. It means nothing pronunciation-wise. It's basically just there for decoration, except for a historical purpose. But it was a really funny video, a really funny short. Dustwave, welcome in. Sorry, I was trying to read your name. Like, the message is highlighted, and your name is, like, almost the same color as the highlight, so I couldn't read it for a second. How's it going, Dustwave? Good to see you. Farina lets you get bonus food, not change. Bonus. I see. So if you have spare action points, feel free to get more. Oh! We're gonna have spare points, surely. Although we should probably get it first. Hang on, let's see. So each time you spend, 90% next time you upgrade, and then Eclectic Escapades. Maybe we just do these two. I'm sure we'll have enough. I'm sure we'll have enough. We could also just get this at the end as well. I'm gonna get this now, and if we have 5 or more at the end, I'll also get that. Okay, Staff Center. Miss Gaudimetiquette. Let's get you just maxed out. And put you on the roster. I guess we dismiss you. Thank you for your service. Goodbye. Okay. We're keeping Marine here. She's wholesome. She's got a good, she needs money to buy gifts for Abel. That's perfectly acceptable. Everyone else is fine. We've already let these people go. We are good on our staff. Okay, perfect. So now we just upgrade. That's all we focus on is just upgrades. Upgrades, people, upgrades. It's just for beauty. Go back to lurking. Bye. Have fun streaming. Thank you, Nightcrawler. Have a good lurk. Thanks for hanging out. Love how every character you're wanting and all your gachas are all next update, which is a month away. Oh no. Hide your wallet. Ooh. Oh, that's right. We got the reduction. Well, hang on. Wait. It's just minus 90. Oh, for just the first one. Got it. It doesn't matter. I guess we'll just go ahead and upgrade this one. Just choose one arbitrarily. Before we expand it, let's get these all to 13. Okay, cool. 21, 21, and 21. So we can expand 2, and we'll be out of action points. That's fine. That's fine. We also can do... We already claimed this. We'll do Farinas after we've expanded these. Expand. How's your day been? And just dust is fine in that case. Oh, sounds good. I am doing okay. I'm a little tired. Had a short rest before stream, and like my throat's been kind of feeling weird for the past few days. I'm hoping it's nothing, but today like it's kind of sore on one side when I swallow, and that's a little concerning to me now. So I'm going to probably see someone in a day or two if it's not cleared up. Just sitting on so many polls for HSR and Genshin Impact, just waiting. Skirk. Yes. I'm actually really surprised at how soon Skirk was announced. Just a tiny bit. Cobalt, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. How are you doing? A month away is just an estimate. Yeah, that's true. Doing stream and hear Noel talking about swallowing. And thank you, Dust, for the check-in as well. Okay, we don't want to do that yet. Oh, wait, but since we expanded it, we can manage it now. Not that we... No, never mind, I lied. I'm just gonna go ahead and invite. Alright, that's everything. We can do better. We can do better. Somehow. Terrestrial life forms. If we get rid of this one, and then put you here. 44, 46, 49. Okay, but if I put this back, what are we at? We're also at 49. So that doesn't really change. We do this, though. And then this. 57. Okay, that's much better. Ooh, that's actually 53, 51, 57, 47. Okay, no. So this looks like the best one so far. Average satisfaction. Come on, how are we supposed to get there? I'll figure it out later. Save. Howdy, Cobalt. 6 empty spaces on the right. Wait, do I have the... Shoot. Sorry, let me back in. Manage. I didn't see the ones on the right because I didn't see the lock getting, like, disappearing animation like last time. So, yeah. Hang on. We can do better then. 57, 63. There we go. I was gonna say, how are we supposed to do this if it's not even gonna cap it out when we've got everything filled? Perfect. There we go. That's the highest satisfaction we can get at the moment. Like, ranking, not, like, the bar filled out. Awesome. He will notice? Eventually, I notice. Ajua sent me a hack for the best organization. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try it. Let me try it. Let's see if it's better than 169. Let me also get caught up in chat real quick. Savings in Genshin are for Skirk, sitting with 45 pulls in Genshin. Nice. I'm at 86 right now for Escoffier on a 50-50 zero pity. Now he will have... I get there eventually. That's for HSR. Saving for Feynman, and I'm at 100 pulls and counting for him. Ooh, nice. 140 for Ayaka. Let's go. That's actually huge. How am I? I am okay. A little tired, and when you tuned in, I was saying that, like, my throat's been a little sore for the past few days. But today, like, one side kind of hurts a little bit when I swallow. And that's, like, a slightly concerning thing, so I will see someone in a day or two if it doesn't clear up. Thank you for the lurk poison. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Alright, let's try this hack. If it's better than 169, then we'll keep it. Who came up with this, I wonder? So, a tea of blubber beasts right here. This one. I'm sure there's a mathematical way to solve this, and I'm just not that smart. Okay, that's huge, actually. We need the L right here. No, right here. Oh, and then thank you for listing out which capybaras go there. That goes there. These finches go here. Alright, now the 4 capybaras. Top left and bottom right are the +2 8 squares. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. This one. So that. And that. Oh yeah, this is already... Yeah, this is way better. Okay. Alrighty. 204. Perfect. Thank you, Jua. We didn't need to go that far. But it's gonna be the best dang amusement park this side of Fontaine. Sorry to hear about throat. Hope it feels better. Thank you so much, Cobalt. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope it does too. It's not terrible, but it's also just not fun. Hopefully it's just a throat bug. You'll be fine. I hope so. Thank you, Dust. Alrighty. That's all we can do there. Let's expand. Was it this one? Yes. This is the only amusement park this side of Fontaine? I know, and it's gonna be the best one. Alright, what is... I remember these guys. Alright, what is this attraction based off of? Use a special ability to slow down time in the scene. Okay, it's always just... Okay. Oh, we can actually shoot things now too, though. Doing well, had a nice relaxed birthday yesterday. Oh my gosh, it was your birthday yesterday, Cobalt. Happy birthday! Just trying to enjoy the rest of the week. Nice. Oh shoot, that wasn't good. Can I just... I'm getting too far from it. I didn't realize that, like... Oh yeah, what did you do? Did you do anything fun? Ah, dang it. Okay, you know what? Hang on. I can do better than this. I can do better. I can do better. Try again. Like this event, it was a bit different than the usual events. I know, it's so cool. It's a lot. It's like, we've done management sims before, and we've done minigames before, so I like that they're putting them together. This one is 20,000 Leagues Under Baltimore, which is based on 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas. That's awesome. Wait, is it under the seas or under the sea? Singular. Jules Verne, I believe, is the author. Okay, do I just slow down time as often, like, as I can? Is that the move here? Oh, please. Oh, please. Why? That's... No, no. I didn't hit that wall. I didn't hit the wall. What the heck? Just some chill hanging out. Got some good food. Nice. Oh. Oh. Ah. Okay, that was my fault. That shouldn't have happened. That was lie. That was lies and slander. Okay, now can we attack it? I don't know what happened. Are we good? Do we just get the key? Did we just get the key? Is that it? That was it? Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, just chill hanging out, some good food and cake. Probably gonna try to go to a Korean place next weekend to celebrate. Hey, nice. But yeah, I'm glad you had a good birthday, Cobalt. Good food and cake indeed. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. Wait, what are the last three? It's just max, right? This is level 15. Oh, it's 4. All friendly encounters, all attractions, and... Oh, right. We can do that next cycle as well. Okay, we're almost there. We've almost maxed out the amusement park. Let's talk to Farina.
There we are, all set to go. Now, let's take a stroll nearby and randomly pick out some visitors to ask a few key questions.
You can call it both, but you think C's is technically a more accurate translation than C? But it's written in English. Is it not?
Suggestions are surprisingly detailed. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and set design?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and design. Listen, listen. We're doing fine. These things are all just superfluous little details. We're doing fine. The business is doing fine. Our profits are up. They're higher than they've ever been. We're doing fine. And we'll do even better next quarter.
Oh, Paimon's head is spinning. Why is everyone so professional?
Confirmed, Project Gutenberg states that 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas is most accurate translation, but 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is what most people know it as. It's a French writer. It was originally in French. I actually didn't know that. I thought Jules Verne was an American author. I never looked into the history of it. I only know of like a handful of French authors. I didn't think that was one of them.
Also, nearly every single person we spoke to said they wanted to see Lady Farina perform. Your popularity is off the charts!
French story and magic France. Incredible. No surprises there. I'd have said the same thing.
To tell you the truth, I've no plans to perform this time around. Any star worth their salt knows their role. When I take center stage, all the spotlights are on me, and rightly so. But as a guest, I should step back and let others shine.
She still has that little bit of arrogance that I feel is mostly for show.
So, instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions, for instance?
Her holding out her hand with Celestia hovering right above it looks kind of funny. Wait, hang on. There we go. Hang on. Alright, I think I got it. I'm gonna put that right there. Yep. That's gonna be a fun edit later. Soon HSR will release Space Farina or something. Just find it funny. Wait, Space Farina? Who's Space Farina? Now that you mention it, we've got the perfect role lined up.
Hey, that's right! Movie Masterpieces is all about film expertise. There really would be no better candidate than you!
Oh, wonderful! then I shall give this role my very heart and soul.
That's a new pose, isn't it? I think that's a new pose. But yeah, I guess she still has to kind of keep up a facade, because she still needs to look like the person who was the former Archon. I guess that makes sense.
Once I've had a moment to prepare, we can meet up for a slice of gâteau from my pâtissière suprême before we get started.
Alright, she's on the payroll now. Unlock the Chevalmeron stage. Bonus revenue. Nice. Oh, it looks so cool. Yo, Coffee, welcome in. Good to see ya. Ooh, new stage. Is this... Wait, Noelle, what are you looking at? Is she just looking up at the spotlight? Wait. Wait, that... Okay, hang on. No, Noelle, please stop. How do we get this, like, more... I think that's centered. Mostly. It's fine. Just look up again. There we go. Alright. Perfect. You read this as her having acted like that for so long that she's forgotten how to act normal. But we've seen her act normal. Like, we've seen her, you know, sad and self-conscious, and you know, like she seems like a normal person when we talk to her in private. So I think she's just trying to keep up appearances, but I don't know. It could go either way. I'm obsessed with getting a sick cowboy hat in Baldur's Gate 3. Apparently we missed one in the Grove that just found on your... No, I don't want the cowboy hats. I don't want the cowboy hat. I want the wizard hat, and I got the wizard hat. Remember in our last thing, like, that's the one that I was wearing. I took off the Auntie Ethel mask, and now I'm wearing the cowboy hat. Or dang it, the wizard hat. That's why I'm wearing the wizard hat. It's because I spent like over a year trying to find one, and I finally got it. There's specifically a different one. Wait, really? Or just so used to acting like that in public that she does it subconsciously? Possibly. It's a bard specific one. All right, you'll have to show me, because I don't remember ever wanting a cowboy hat. But I don't know. You'll have to show me. Get the cowboy hat and put it on his character without him knowing. I'm gonna notice immediately. I pay very close attention to my character. Anyways, we got our pictures of Noelle on the stage. What are you looking at though, Noelle? What is up there? Wait, I kind of want one from the side. It looks like a really cool composition angle. Wait, is there anything on... Yeah, we'll just do the side.
Whenever you need
Noelle, please.
I'll be there.
Oh. Okay, but for real, what is she looking at? Is it just... this? Oh wait, she's got like the... Hang on. Wait, Noelle, do the idle pose again. It's only when you stand like behind center. Oh wait, I bet it's this like lighting panel right there. Okay. Well. Okay, that's not quite the one. Alright, we're just gonna let it go for a little bit. When you cast Bardic Inspiration, you also heal 1 to 6, or heal the target 1 to 6. Post in Discord. Awesome, awesome. I will check it out. Come on, Noelle. Man, that's one thing that Star Rail does nice about pictures, is you can trigger the idle animations. Hopefully Genshin gets the same treatment. It's a very small thing. Very niche thing, but it's... No. Oh, I gotta reset the camera now. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's fine. Alright. Just do the bow. Just do the curtsy, please.
tired. Would you
Oh
like
my
some
goodness.
tea? I'll brew you some.
All
Do you
right.
take sugar?
It'll take her a little
One
while, I
cube or
think.
two.
Um, but Jewel, is Jules Verne the author of 20,000 Leagues? I was thinking it was. I was saying it, but is he actually? Oh my goodness, Noel, please. Yes, okay. That's what I thought. Just making sure. Um, please, Noel. She's holding us hostage here. You know what? It's fine though. In the meantime, let me open up this and see. It looks like the Sorting Hat, but like after a very long day. The Cap of Curing. Interesting. But it looks like
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
she started doing it before, and now she's just not doing it at all. It does look like it. The Sorting Hat's like tired older brother. She's gonna keep doing this one. No, Noelle, please. There is another idle animation, right? I'm not crazy. There is another one, right? Oh, wait. Oh, that looks so sad, actually. Wait. Wait, that's actually kind of heartbreaking. Yes, I knew it. Oh my... No. All I had to do was just zoom in and like not be ready, and then you decide to do it. Okay. Alright. Okay, we're gonna keep it ready here. I'm gonna change the face back to default. And she's gonna do this again. Okay. Please, Noelle. There isn't you're crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Come on, Noelle, please. You just did it. I'm gonna start zooming in. Okay. There we go. Okay. Perfect. I think. We're gonna get a few more here. Sure. Alright. And, oh, her foot's up. It's fine. Whatever. We got the main ones. We're good. Alright. Let's see what we've got here. Friendly encounters. Okay. It's just saying that we have that. We have 0 points. We calculated that perfectly. We've got a lot of funds right now. But no points to do anything with. So, wait. What about our staff? Everyone's... maybe... Why is this under... Oh, because of Roxanne. Okay, Roxanne... Can we just max you out now? Yeah, we can. And we've still got plenty of funds. Alright. Why are you not on... Oh, because I clicked her. Wait, was she not there before? Wait. I took Roxanne off the team. Just now? Or before this? Like, just now before, as in before I went to upgrade her. Just now? Jeez, what the heck? Okay, well, she's back now. Mellow Manor. 28, 20. Okay, so you can be maxed. And we still have 1.3 mil funds. We are doing beautifully. Everything is as high as it can be. Alright. And on a good day, I'm expecting to see estimated 11 million. Let's go. Wait. But why? Was it because we trained them? I guess it was the training. Okay. Well, it's not gonna matter anymore because everyone is already maxed. We can do everything. Business 14. Okay, I think we're gonna get business 15 in one cycle, surely, right? Fontaine Theme Zone, Classic High Street. Restaurant. Okay. Action points next time you expand. We're not really expanding anything anymore, right? I think we should just get these 2. Alright. We claim Farina's encounter. And then we just upgrade. Wait. Oh, go back. We just... Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so we're gonna... So 4.2 mil. We can only upgrade 2 this time. Unless, hang on. Next time, okay, that's the count. Upgrade, expand, or recruit and join the friendly encounter. The next time you perform this action, no points will be consumed. That's okay, that doesn't really matter. So we're just going to upgrade 2. Candy Shells carry. Don't forget to expand Eclectic. Did we not? Oh shoot, we didn't. Thank you. Expand that real quick.
Someone needs assistance.
Did we talk to Lynette already? I think we did. Oh, well, we need to... Hang on, let me just make sure. The expressions on the guest's face as they zoomed around were priceless. Yeah, we did talk to her already. I hope we can inspire similar reactions in our future audiences, too. Alright, we'll expand this. And then talk with Farina. I swear we just did this. Did we not? Okay. And into the boat. Oh, right, that's... Do we need to fire cannons at anything? Please. Oh, saved it. Saved it. Okay.
I'll catch up.
You expand move masterpiece, not this one. Oh, okay. Oh, right, because that's how we got the 20,000 leagues under Fontamer. And do we... Okay, it's just gonna keep carrying us. Nice. Okay, nice. Shoot. I didn't mean to do 2. That's fine. Come on, come on. Oh, dang it. Oh, that's fine. Oh, wait, cool. We can... Nice. Come on, please. Please, go up, up, up. Handy little arrow. Okay, this would have been nice to have the magnet still, but it's fine. Oh, gosh. Hang on. Just, okay, here we go. No. 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 Why? Okay, hang on. I can fix this. We're getting all these coins this time. I don't care. Surely we haven't missed any. Alright, and grand finale. Heck yeah. Still waiting for them to make a Genshin live action show, Flint and Steel. Flint and Steel. No, they were supposed to have an anime. They announced an anime like 2 years ago. And like there's been nothing. Just like with the Switch announcement 3 or 4 years ago. And still nothing. It's worse than like... Oh, it's worse than the... What's worse than Bethesda? Or even, Star Citizen. Although that one's just... This whole situation with that. Okay, performance rewards. Nice. That one's gonna be in like 1 or 2 cycles. That's gonna be next cycle, hopefully. Or 2 cycles from now. And that's gonna be the cycle. Got all those. Ooh, candy shells. Nice. Alright. Farina. How goes the stream? Welcome back then. It goes well.
Simply exquisite. As amazing as ever.
How was food with the family? They announced that they were doing something, but barely gives anything, so not surprised it's taking a while. Yeah, but like, it was kind of a hype thing when they announced it.
Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film? I can see it now. Val's en cuisine. A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking. I'm sure it would be a hit.
I don't know what Waltz means.
As it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontanian cuisine.
She's so British, I love it. They announced that they were... Oh, wait. We got Italian. Ooh, nice. Italian's good. I can't have most Italian food, I don't think, because of my allergies.
Oh, no. No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Cade, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. How are you doing?
Before you finalize it, please let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled, the timings and the quantities.
True. Annie, welcome to the CEO of CEO. Yes. Allergies again? Egg and milk. And that also just means like anything that uses like products of those. So like butter, cream, those are the main things I can think of right off the top of my head. Mayo. I can't have mayo because of the eggs. Val's Cuisine's Waltz in the kitchen. That's interesting.
Great! It's settled then.
Cade, I don't remember if you stream or not. Jua, if Cade's a streamer, could you please shout them out? And also give a shout out to Annie as well, please.
And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying. We could create something truly magical here.
No problem. That said,
Oh.
now that we've been granted Director Farina's approval, we'll really have to step up our game.
Wait. That's... Alright. That's funny. Director Farina, show us the way. We may be rookies, but we'll give it our all.
Excellent. I believe in you both.
That's actually really funny. Except from here, she kind of looks like she could have like the sweat drop on her. Is like, what are they doing? These are gonna be really fun edits. I kind of forgot you could hide UI. Those are rough allergies. Yeah, it kind of eliminates a lot of things. Ooh, last stream Identity 5. How is that? I've seen a little bit of gameplay. I'm not sure if it's one that I would ever play myself because that's the one that's similar to shoot, what's it called? It's similar to another game that I was not like. It's the one that they have the Genshin minigame where it's like there's like a hunter who has to track down like all the other players. Someone's got to know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not crazy, right?
The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier. Now, about time we got to work. I'll start drafting the script on the side, while serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces.
Is it Identity 5 or
Wish me
Identity
luck.
V? I assumed it was 5, but now that I think about it, it could be Identity V. I don't know the lore. I don't know what it's called. Alrighty. Now where is... Oh, there she is.
A truly great adaptation must capture a film's core themes and seek to convey the inspiration that lies behind them. The three attractions are certainly all up to par, and I trust that you'll be able to make them better still. To enhance our film's aesthetic, I'd recommend a few classics for you to familiarize yourself with. Or, if you have the time, maybe we could watch them together?
Oh, and Mori, welcome in. Thank you for the at. See, there was that little, like, the... Oh, wait, I'm gonna try something. Hang on. That, like, little, like, hopeful, optimistic Farina there.
I knew you'd...
Alright, wanna try something. She's, like, at this angle? Alright, can I get both of them in the same frame? No, not really. Not the way I wanted to do it. Alright, whatever, it's fine. I might have someone, like, join my world off stream just to get this picture. It's Mirror Me, except she's not mirrored. Alright, we're about to... Wait, no, we're not gonna end the cycle. What do we need to do left?
Who's our target?
Upgraded. Got points. Oh, that's right. We can only upgrade 2 things right now. Just arbitrarily sort of choose this and this. Actually, hang on. If it costs 6 mil and then 4.2, so 10.2 mil per each. I'm gonna do this one next. Actually, I'm gonna fully upgrade this one. Next, we can do one of these. Unless... Wait, hang on. Our revenue is looking good. We might be able to fully upgrade one and then maybe get one more level, if not fully upgrade the other one next cycle. Let's try it. We'll go for it. Did we... We got all 3 of those. Nothing else. 28 points, but nothing to do just yet. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Those don't do anything. Eclectic Escapades, why? 25, 35. Wait. This stuff. I thought these were all doing fine before. Oh, and we can't even upgrade. Or we can't even train them fully. Okay, well let's get you to 31. Okay, that's weird. How are we doing now then? Okay, we're doing fine. That was weird. I swear they were all maxed out before. Oh, because we increased the satisfaction threshold. Got it. Thank you for the check-in and the hydrate. And actually, Jua, can you refund the hydrate? And I'll do the care package. Thank you, Mori. I will take care of that. Other than maybe level employees, level it up. So yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Yeah, just refund the hydrate, and I'll do the care package. Thank you, Mori. Alrighty. That's all we can do this cycle. So, convert these unused action points to a small amount of funds. Perfect. There we go. All-time high. 20 mil. Okay, I think that means that we can upgrade both? Let's see. Candy shells, perfect. Foie gras, 2 times, maybe? Actually, perfect. Spend 100... Maybe? Actually, wait a second. I'm doing it. I'm gonna go all in. I'm going to just assume right now that I'll have the action points for it. I should have waited for this last one, but it's fine. It's fine. Boudin Noir. Boudin Noir. Oh, this one, the 100% less. Yes, we love to see it. Alright, now speaking of, we can train you... Yeah, these are going to be free. Everyone's upgraded for free. Also, just one thing that, you know what, I'm going to do it this way. This is a very OCD thing. This is nothing besides OCD. Alright, so now... Perfect, there we go. That's what I needed to see. Alright, 20 mil. We should have enough to upgrade everything. 30 points total? Yeah, we're good. This is it. This is the last one. And business level 15. Building characters mostly 4 stars and done with Xingqiu. Any suggestions on who you should build next? Fairly new player, started a year ago in January, so still learning. I guess it depends on which characters you have. Typically, the rule of thumb is 5-star characters are better than 4-star characters. That's by no means to say that you should only focus on the 5 stars, because there are some really good 4 stars too, either as DPS or support. If you've built Xingqiu, he's typically used as off-field support, slash like some off-field DPS. So the next one I would suggest is looking for a DPS that synergizes with Hydro. So you can go for different reactions. A good reaction would probably be, in my opinion, Vaporize. So any Pyro DPS characters that you can put with Xingqiu. Again, it depends on which other characters you have, and if you have other, if you have any 5-star characters. This event confuses you. It was a little confusing at first, but like once you realize, like I think it's easy to piece together. Thank you for the @ as well, 10. You have Nuvi and Farina. Ooh, okay, that's really good then. I would say, with Xingqiu, that's interesting because that's, you know, that's 3 different Hydros, which you can absolutely do. It just may not perform, like if you're looking for performance, it may not be what you're looking for. My disclaimer that I always say at the end of the day is play and build who you want for your own reasons. If someone tells you you're building the wrong character or you're doing it wrong, that's very like not helpful, you know? Because it's like what they're probably saying is it's not meta, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong. You can, you know, build them however you want. It's just, you may get, you know, your mileage may vary, right? Nuvi, Farina, Veressa, Malwika, Raiden, Shilonen, Zhongli, and Alhaitham. That's a good lineup. Thank you for the check-in as well, Annie. And all standard apart from Dia and Mizuki. Okay, so that's actually really good roster to work with then. I think if you do want to use Xingqiu, because, you know, I realize you have other characters that you could work with, but if you do want to continue using Xingqiu, I'd probably pair him with Alhaitham, and then put an Electro on there, like maybe Veressa or a 4-star Electro. That'd be easier to level up, probably. Actually, I take that back. I don't know it's necessarily easier to level up 4 stars over 5 stars. It's just easier to get constellations, which will modify their skills typically. But Hyper Bloom is a really good combo. Xingqiu's pretty popular in Hyper Bloom teams, so I would say Alhaitham, Xingqiu, and an off-field Electro like Fischl. Mawika is kind of off-field for Veressa. I don't know too much about Mawika. Jua here has Mawika and knows a fair bit about her team comps. Always interesting to see different viewpoints. Didn't find anything confusing here, so it always feels weird to learn that others find it confusing. Like going to walk, sounds good. Have a good walk 10. They have Raiden. Raiden could work with that team. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Raiden would work really well for a Hyper Bloom team with Xingqiu and Alhaitham. Now that being said, if you're not necessarily stuck on wanting to put Xingqiu on the team, I would replace him with Farina, maybe. You just have to kind of be careful with your health, with Farina when you're using her when you're using the Salon Solitaire. Alright, upgrade this. And one more upgrade. And we've got that maxed. The whole park is maxed out. Nice. Also though, you have a fair roster that gives you a lot of different team comps that you could experiment with. Time for the epilogue? Yes, time for the epilogue. I'm excited. Alright. Alright, go to quest. Wait till 8 to 10 next day. Okay. I'm gonna stand right here on the middle. Malwika is a really strong character right now. So maybe just like without considering team comps or anything, if you just said who should I focus on next, given that list, I would say Malwika might be the one to focus on next. And if you want to use her for off-field for Veressa, that's fine too. But she is a really strong DPS character. Hyperbloom kind of confuses you, IDKY. It's a little confusing at like Hyperbloom was kind of introduced late, so it was a little confusing at first, including myself. Basically, you use Dendro and Hydro to make cores, the like little green orbs on the ground. Those will explode after a short period of time, which will hurt you and enemies. But if you hit them with Electro, or if there's a nearby Electro application that hits them, they will auto home in on the nearest target. Usually it's an enemy, sometimes it's not. That's besides the point. And it will only hurt that target when it explodes, not you. So that's the very basic, very quick version of Hyperbloom. So if you can generate a lot of Dendro cores and then quickly hit them with Electro, that's a lot of damage. That's just honing in on, you know, one or more like enemies specifically. Yeah, and Ju has got a summary there as well. So yeah, it's a really strong reaction. Really broken early game. If you've got a good Hyperbloom team, it'll carry you really far early on. Let's see. Oh.
Now that things have reached this point, we should add
A pinch of salt?
Wait. Okay, but like I'm not the only one who hears the British, right?
A pinch of salt?
That almost sounds very northern British.
A pinch of salt?
Okay, anyways.
a dash of pepper, actually.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
Huh? You two aren't talking about a new dessert menu by any chance, are you?
Pepper sounds a bit out of place in a dessert.
Not desserts.
Oh, we're talking about the script.
Huh?
Oh, my dear partner, photographer, rookie director. Our creativity must keep up with the overflowing enthusiasm of our fans. There's no room for dull scripts on my stage. Plot twists should strike the audience like a cloud of pepper, leaving them sneezing in surprise. Achoo!
I'll hit them Sing Chill Raiden. Yeah, that's a good team comp right there. Not a random target. Who ends on depends on if the enemy or ally triggers it, as far as you can tell. I didn't think it was random. I thought it was just the nearest enemy. But that's, yeah, I don't know.
The same logic applies in catering. I once heard Miss Emily mention that pepper could be used in perfumes. Perhaps I could find a way to make it work in desserts too.
I mean, I'm sure there are some desserts that use pepper, but probably more like an East Asian dessert. There's one specifically that I've actually heard about recently that uses long pepper, which is a bit more of a sweet version of pepper. The peppercorn, it doesn't come in peppercorns. It's like little lengths of pepper that are spicy at first and then kind of floral with a floral aftertaste. I can't remember what dessert it was they were used in. I think it was an ancient Roman recipe, actually.
A peppery kick to complement the delicate sweetness of cream, perhaps.
Wow, the two of them seem to be working together so well.
Will Cookie work if Farina's in the team? Yeah, actually. It will help offset the life drain from Farina. It's just you have to be careful because Shinobu does, you know, immediately take like a little bit of damage herself when she starts her skill. So that's like that's my one I don't want to call it a gripe because it makes it sound like I'm complaining that that's a thing. It's just a mechanic. It is what it is, right? It's a little unfortunate and can lead to a very low HP Shinobu if you're not paying attention and making sure she's getting some of that healing. Escoffier personally would have pulled for her if you weren't saving for Ayaka. That's fair. I'm absolutely pulling for Escoffier. She looks so fun. And her, like, design. Someone made a joke that, like, 80% of the budget went into the sparkles on her stockings or whatever.
I'm struggling to imagine what a pepper cake would taste like, though.
Kind of spicy, kind of sweet.
Well, what do we have here? Escoffier's making a new cake?
Yes, and she's peppering in some new ideas.
Oh, how exciting! When it's ready, do let me know. I'd love to try it.
Is it just Paimon, or does it seem like everyone's even more enthusiastic now that they've finished their work?
Why shouldn't they be? When your hard work pays off, that's when you should celebrate.
Like 4 days, waiting until the last day. I'm waiting until Escoffier's story quest, which we should be finishing on like the day before last. Ruby works great for Hyperbloom, though she doesn't have 100% uptime if you don't have C2. That's true. I did forget to mention that. I have C2 Shinobu, so whenever if you have C2 Shinobu, when her ring of healing disappears, you can trigger it again immediately. Before that, I think there's like, what, 3 or 5 seconds of cooldown still before you can trigger it again?
It's like a batch of fresh macarons. You should never let fear of sweetness stop you from adding all the filling you please.
Ooh, I can't have macarons. They look so good. But yes, I'm waiting until we finish Escoffier's story quest, and then we're gonna find whatever, like, what I typically do is we do a story quest for the new character, and then whatever, like, a very, like, notable or scenic location is from that story quest, we go there and we do the wishes for, like, our quote-unquote riching ritual, which I don't put any, like, stock into. I just do it for fun. If you think about it, Cookie hurts herself to heal everyone. Yes, I made that connection too. It's kind of bittersweet in a way, but it also describes her work ethic. Like, she sacrifices a lot of herself to lift others up. Yoshinobu C1, oof. Well, you'll get that C2 surely soon. Not copium, right? But if you remember like what the cooldown is before C2, let me know, because I don't remember what it is.
After all, if there's ever a time to pile on the sugar, it's when you're making macarons.
I love sugar. I have a huge sweet
Pile
tooth.
on the sugar! Pile on the sugar!
Hi, Labine Pauline.
And why are we piling on the sugar? Lapine Pauline, you're here! Is it ready?
Your cookie is C0. I mean, even C0 or C1, like, all the difference is, for the most part, is that, like, very short, or like that, what's it called? The 100% uptime for her skill. It's still, like, not a terrible cooldown regardless. So, like, she still is very viable, even at C0.
Of course! It all went according to plan.
Huh?
Hmm?
Were you off on some kind of important task?
I was indeed. Please accept this.
What's this? Oh, it's so cute. Wait. Oh my gosh. And it's all of our friends and encounters. We're over here for some reason. Paimon's over here for some reason. Sijuin, and Veressa. No, Veressa's at her own stand. Sijuin's at Mellow Manor. Farina's at the Chevamaron stage. Lily and Lynette at Escapades. Navia's over here for some reason. Isn't... Wait. No, I guess that's fine, whatever. And then Dia's off on her own stand as well. Escoffier at the restaurant. That's so cool.
Oh, wow! It's a panoramic view of the amusement park with everyone's illustrations on it!
It's all according to Kekaku. Like Pauline, she's one of the few NPCs who has a personality. Yes, she's great. And I think that's when they started making the characters a bit more anime-like. The first time we met her, in a previous event, where she was just a cloud of dust. Just a cloud of dust hopped up on caffeine.
Since the film Fantasyland has been such a success, we decided to create a unique souvenir to remember it by. We built this park together brick by brick, so we decided we'd all contribute to drawing this map together too.
Why Lenny's on the souvenir map when he doesn't work here? Does he not work at, does he not work alongside Sijuin? A little bit like a consultant, but not really. He's just kind of hanging out there. So I guess, yeah, he doesn't work there, but he is hanging out.
To be fair, it was mostly thanks to Miss Lapine Pauline. She's our expert when it comes to drawing after all. But we all did our best to leave our own marks too.
That's right!
Drawing.
And on top of that, Traveler, I'm offering you a most special privilege.
It's also like one of the smaller, like lesser reasons I'm pulling for Escoffier is because the VA is British and is like doing her best American accent. Again, no shade to her or any of the other ones. It's just a very quaint's not the right word, but it's the best word I can think of at the moment.
You get to add a mustache to my portrait.
Awesome, a fancy white one. Splendiferous, a red one. No, the white. The white is gonna look really funny.
Cream flavored, huh? Very traditional, but also very delicious. You have my approval.
He's just a visitor, he's not helping at all. I see. A red one. Bolognese sauce flavor. Well, that sure counts as a surprise twist. You win this round. Where is she? Ah. I love that. And then Jua just sent me the one with the red one. That's cute. I like the white mustache. It's like something you can't really notice unless you look closely.
All right then. Now that you're the proud owner of this commemorative map, you can draw as many different flavored mustaches on it as you like.
Sounds like a pretty tasty map. We'll look after it well.
Great. Your satisfaction is our #1 priority. Everything's all in order. Now it's time to relax. Forget about work and just enjoy the park.
Nice. Ooh. Wait. Come on. No, come on. Where is it? Quest items. Love it. Dendro characters, per se, I'll hate them, need EM as well. Yes.
Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
For Dendro, EM is very important. How much you should be aiming for? What's the number? I'm gonna say, off the top of my head, I think like at least 100, if not like slightly more. But like 100 is definitely like a good place to start. You can get very crazy with EM, especially with different artifact sets and weapons. So like for instance, let me see. I don't really have like great EM builds on my characters, but Nahida's got a sacrificial fragments. What's her total EM at? 240. Oh sorry, that's stamina. 801. Okay, so that's. I think you can get higher with Nahida, especially with if you have her signature weapon. So I've also got. Oh shoot! I didn't realize her set's broken. Oh, I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. What's the 4-piece on here? That's not gonna help. Okay, I need to get another EM set on here. That's whoops. It's 308. 308's good. Again, I think my 100 EM estimate is probably like on the lower end of quote unquote acceptable. Some people who are a bit more into meta might scoff at that and say you should be aiming for something higher than that. I don't know. I only started working on Hyperbloom after I got Nahida. So yeah, I'm probably not the best person to ask for that. Let's see, what do we have here? 86? 87. Alright. We will get, by the time we finish Escoffier story quest, surely we'll have a full 90. We can get to hard pity ones, and hopefully we don't have to hit that. Hopefully we get an early 5-star, and hopefully it's Escoffier. Now that being said, we can go ahead and start her story quest now. 100 is nowhere near enough. 300 is acceptable, though it could be better for all item at least. Okay, yeah, like I said, I have a very skewed perception on EM because I'm a Noelle main. I strive for as little EM as possible. I used to have it lower than 56, but I've never been able to get rid of it fully. One of these days I'll get rid of it. It's on let's see, where is it? Here it is. So I have to get a different Geo Goblet that doesn't have EM. So I've been like anti-EM for most of my Genshin career until I started working on a Hyperbloom team. So my perception's slightly skewed. Because I guess to me, like, 56 is unnecessary, so I guess like my thought process was, oh, 100's probably fine. But yes, we will start the Escoffier story quest now. Hang on, wait. Oh, I thought that said one day. I was gonna be really concerned. Shaped by fame. Oh.
Huh? Is that Navia over there? Oh, it's been a while. Let's go say hi.
Yes, we will go say hi, but I'm gonna give it a little bit for the ad to play out. You really don't need to farm it if you don't want to base on what you said. If you were close to 100 like what Noel said, then that would be a different story. Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know if you can hear me, Dust, but Noelle has... I don't know who this Ito person is. This is Noelle's signature weapon. Yes, this is the Redhorn Stone Thresher at R3. And because it's on the Chronicled Wish banner, next patch, or no, this patch next half, I think. Whenever it's coming out soon, and I'm going to get it to R5. We're gonna get it to R5. I don't know if Dust can hear me, so I'm gonna repeat it again after the ad.
I'll catch up.
Oh.
Hey, Navia! What you up to?
Shh.
Why the secrecy?
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
You tell her, Paimon.
Wait!
Oh.
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? So, you're bringing backup now.
Oh.
Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
Okay, ad's over. Jua's basically right. Although, I still don't know who this Ito person is you guys are talking about. Surely this is just Noelle's signature weapon. But yes, I will get it to R5 next banner. I'm really excited. It's R3. It's so close to R5.
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Oh gosh.
Overworked? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Vermont can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
And then what if they get all overworked and gravely ill? You're not gonna have very many people to work your restaurant anymore. Dedication, respect, thank you, thank you. It's all for Noelle.
But Philmont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
Huh? But you said I shouldn't come back until...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on, we have work to do!
Just quit. Like, just... Who is this?
Wow, what a horrible person!
It really irks me with people who are put in positions like that. And they say one thing, and then they'll immediately like switch it, and it's like, what are you still doing here? It's like, you told me not to do this. It's like, I don't want excuses. And it's like, oh, okay. You should maybe build your Noelle too. Hey, that would make me happy. I love seeing people put in some TLC for Noelle. There's a handful of people out there who you know, sleep on her, diss on her. They say that she's not a good character or whatever. I've seen a few people outright say they hate her, and that just was like unnecessary. But you know, as a bona fide Noelle main and Noelle appreciator, that would be super cool if you built your Noelle.
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again.
So who was that?
Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us.
Yeah, that tracks. No hate to Noelle. One, she's sweet, and two, she's not Dory. Amen. Like, Dory is an interesting character. She's a little annoying, but also has like a kind of charm to herself in a way. As a fighting unit character, though, that's a whole other story. I have never seen anyone swing a claymore as slow as her, except maybe Sayu. But Sayu has other things going for her. No, my Dory is permanently level 20. And that's just because I cannot be bothered to try and build her. But yes, Noelle is super sweet. And she's an all-in-one. She's like one of the only all-in-ones in the game, and I love it.
Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
So you were waiting for Savannah to leave, and then you were going to approach Monica?
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
No, Paimon, you're fine. Dory's a jerk. She scams Veressa. How could someone scam Veressa? Veressa is so sweet and adorable. That's true. She scams everyone, but it's because she's a ruthless business person. So, as long as she's not like doing outright fraudulent. Okay, you know what? She kind of gets a bit shady sometimes. But no, I'm sorry. I can't I can't defend it. I can't. Got a bit of extra hate for Dory since you main Veressa. That's nope, that's fair. If I had came across a character who was dissing Noelle, yeah, they're automatically going on my blacklist as well.
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't.
Navia, weren't you about to stop Paimon?
And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage.
She's like, I don't think I'm built for espionage. As like she looks at her like very flamboyant outfit, huge hat, and designer glasses. Yeah, no, you're very conspicuous, Navia. Either way, Savannah's seen you now, so you probably won't get another chance.
Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Paimon will join you, cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Then I'll join you too.
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway, let me take you out for a meal. I'll make sure it's a proper feast. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern. Her name is...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica.
Oh.
She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the one who owes an apology.
Yeah, for real. Navia's so well designed. Navia is gorgeous.
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Paimon, don't make things more difficult for her. Thank you for the gift.
All right. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
Will you, though?
A little highly strung, huh?
Looks like with Savannah in the kitchen, even the waiting staff are on edge.
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
Ah, yes. Never underestimate Navia's affinity for sweets.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in. Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper.
Oh, it was a message.
Find Escoffier.
It was a secret message all along. Oh, I dig that. I dig that.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
What happens if we go in here?
Huh? You know that name, Navia?
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
Hey, alright. There's probably nothing going on inside, but I just want to check it out.
Paimon doesn't see Monica and Savannah anywhere. Guess they went back to the kitchen?
Wait.
We'll only complicate things even more if we go looking for them now. Let's head to the Fleuve Cendre.
I got caught. The devs knew what I was gonna do. Hi, Leon. Weather's rather fine today. Nope. Okay, but like... Okay, but... Sure, what's on the menu? Anything new? Ooh. I need some flour. I don't need cream. Need some butter. Take some ham. Ooh, we need sugar. Okay. Sure, we'll take some crab roe, some jam, and some cheese. We're probably good on bacon and sausage. Yep, cool. That's all the optional dialogue. Can move on? Awesome. Thank you. I can't believe they caught me like that. We can just get the, yeah, okay. Man, the devs knew. The devs knew. It's like, hey, what if people just go try and look for them now? What if we just add a little thing for the little nosy players?
Who is this Escoffier, anyway?
She... well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Boer, before Savannah. She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Boer's history. After the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Ooh.
Gâteau de Boer. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right?
Yep.
Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah take her place?
I'm guessing that she didn't let it happen. Nice to know you're not the only one moralist. Incoming drive-by checking. Gotta finish up some work before you pass out. Sounds good. Thank you for the check-in, Kiros. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. It's always great to see you, and I hope that you get your work done and get some good rest. Kiros is such a hardworking person. I know Kiros doesn't stream, but can we get a shout out for Kiros anyways?
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Boer was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu.
Ooh. Last streaming art. Ooh. What kind of art do you do, Kiros? I'll have to see sometime. Might try streaming again now that you have better upload speed. Hey, let's go. I'm following you already, right? Surely I am. Surely I'm not. Follow. Okay. Immediate follow. I'll look forward to your return stream, Kiros. I'm gonna go play some Mario Kart with Gia. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you so much, Coffee. Have fun Mario Karting with your girlfriend, and I hope no arguments arise. Mario Kart's a game that can make and break friendships. But yeah, have a good one, Coffee.
But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility. And she was sent to the fortress of Meripede.
Can I get a shout out for Coffee as well? I don't know if we did one earlier for him or not. And I don't know if he's streaming anything recently, but can I get a shout out for him as well? If we hadn't already.
The fortress of Meripede?
Thank you. Oh, don't be so dramatic. It was probably just a formality. We got sent there just for eating someone else's cake.
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
So that's what happened. Paimon still thinks it's really unfair.
What if Savannah's the culprit? I was gonna put that early prediction out. She doesn't, like, she's a terrible person, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's guilty. It's just, I don't know. I'm just gonna put an early prediction out there, just kind of throw that out, and then rework the theory as we learn things.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out.
A duel between head chefs.
It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
True. But who employs the head chef? The hotel, surely. So, I don't know. There'd have to be a case made to the higher-ups.
Well, about that...
Oh?
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
That's a child. It's an action. It's a literal child.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
How has the Hotel de Boer made it this far?
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Doesn't sound like a child though. I think like they're a child up until they're like 18, and then they go from small model to just regular like medium-sized model. So he's probably like on the cusp of turning 18 or something. I don't know, I'm just joking, but yeah, he does sound a bit older.
Yes, chef.
I think he's just like early puberty or something. Oh gosh. There's a difference between what Escoffier and Savannah had said here though. Absolutely. Like,
excuse us, we're...
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
yeah, like they approach talking with people differently, like in context of what they're saying. Like, she's telling the kid like how to be a better chef. The other woman was just laying into Monica for the sake of laying into her.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
I mean, we are Paimon. Don't hang on, just hang on. Whoa. We still want our food.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we wait.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, Paimon doesn't want to eat? Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that too. It's like, we're not here to eat. Paimon, I don't think I've ever heard you say those words before.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef.
Who are you and what did you do with the real Paimon? She didn't want to go back to Hotel de Bois?
Well, in her words, the Hotel de Bois doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
See, she's just a very dedicated chef, but she's not a bad person.
Oh, thank you, chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to waste.
Okay,
oh, and tell Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
She's also a bit of a tsundere, isn't she? Also, for what?
For what? Like I said.
Okay, anyways.
Firmo. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again?
That's the,
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son.
Oh.
And with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad...
Thank you for the care package, 10. I will do that right now. That actually helps my throat a little bit. Might get some tea after this.
He decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Oh, that's sweet.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Blunders.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
She's like, darn. I done got caught.
So you two must be the world-famous traveler and his companion, Paimon. Yes? Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Since Hilaire is working for you, you must be aware of the situation with Savannah.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it.
Wait. I thought the Spina's headquarters were not here. I thought they were in Poisson.
But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore, and being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
Let me hear that again.
Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
I wonder if it's a direct correlation with the... Because how many British VAs are there now in Genshin? 3? And I wonder if it has a direct correlation with all the other stuff going on behind the scenes.
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid, even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for the role.
Timid? Savannah?
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here?
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either.
At least she's self-aware.
Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite. Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
That was very detailed. Why? Why is she so sparkly?
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica.
Escoffier?
I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper. It's thicker than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to learn. Come on, we're going.
I want to say maybe she's just using that as an excuse to go see Monica, but maybe she really is just like... Maybe she really is just that type of person.
Wait, so now she's,
Well, whatever the reason she came up with, at least she's convinced herself to go have a conversation. Exactly.
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Alright, so I'm first, like, thinking either Hotel de Boer or here for the Escoffier wishing ritual. I don't know if there's going to be somewhere else more... Oh, we don't have to walk there. I don't know if there are any other locations that show up. But we'll find out.
I'll catch up.
Jua, how many acts are there?
Wait.
Is it 3?
She looks like... Is that a...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think I would have noticed.
But, please, you have to forgive me or Chef is gonna... Okay, I know. I'll kneel before you.
I think slightly uncomfortable here now. Within the tavern is most fitting for Escoffier. After all, she said she doesn't want to work at Hotel de Boer anymore.
What the heck?
Get up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more awkward?
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right. You cannot go begging your customers to feel sorry for you.
Savannah said
not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do the dish over.
Oh my gosh.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook?
Yeah.
If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder he had a breakdown.
Yeah, no, for real. I had worked for someone, not directly for someone, but it was like my boss's boss at a previous place where I worked was a very backwards logic kind of person sometimes. So I definitely get the yeah, no, I get that. Actually, at a different place I worked, I had a boss who was kind of like not the great, like they weren't that bad, but like unfortunately, when there are certain people of a certain, we'll call it persuasion or perspective, who are put in a position of power, it doesn't fix things. It just kind of exacerbates those illogical tendencies.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest.
Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me out of the kitchen.
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
Thank you. Thank you. Have the people notice, have the customers notice, have them bring it up with hotel management, and then have them throw Savannah out. That's the course of action here. That's the move. Just do that.
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level.
Yeah, exactly.
But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve Cendre.
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened back then? That wasn't on you, and all of us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that lumiline ended up in the food we served.
Lumiline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli.
Interesting. Okay. New info.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes things pretty addictive.
So it had to have been a chef. Someone in the kitchen staff. Specifically, like, before this, it was just very likely it was, but I think given that, it's almost certainly someone. And I still am putting Savannah as, like, the primary suspect. Just for at the moment, we have no one else.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects, and even lead to nerve damage. So it quickly ended up on the guard's list of controlled substances.
And there we go, mood altering. If Savannah hasn't always been like this, maybe she was, you know, taking a bit too much of the lumiline, and it's been affecting her mood.
Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant industry.
The only thing I don't remember if they've mentioned is if Savannah was working under Escoffier. If she's been, like, if she was introduced after the fact, then, you know, it could kind of go either way. Like, she still could have been an outside party who was trying to sabotage Escoffier, but it'd be easier if she were already a chef working under Escoffier and had access to the food.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high. Because everyone's suspicious of each other all the time.
I mean, they could still be suspicious of each other if they think that it wasn't Escoffier's fault.
And now look at you. A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad, is it?
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great. That's where I'm dining from now on.
Hey, let's go.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones.
Won't comment on theories, but Savannah was not new as far as you know? Okay, so I'm gonna hold to my current theory then.
Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
Also, Jua, how many acts are there? There are 3 acts, right?
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yes.
No, chef.
So, you do remember who's boss? Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
Maybe we should give them some space.
Oh, Savannah!
Yeah, okay, hang on. I just want to... Okay. That's a very detailed... Okay, look at the stockings. That's very detailed. It's not just like... It's not just like a screen of sparkles that are like static. It's dynamic. That's very animated as well. And not only that, but like even without the sparkles, like it's got a very like the sort of like threaded texture, like a stretched out sheer material. For why? For why? Oh, there's also sparkles on this part of the dress too. But why? Why is it so detailed?
My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
What happened to not storming in and raising hell?
No. Raise hell. Do it. Tear her a new one. You go get her, Escoffier.
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier returned.
I want to say it's a fake accent. It just struck me as off from the first thing he said. You could have just hired an actual Frenchman. I'm gonna listen to it a little bit more.
Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
It's a fake accent.
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
Ooh, sounds like we're in for a history lesson.
That's right. I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest!
You hate this accent? No, yeah, it's... I get it. It's whimsical. It's a fantasy genre game. But, like... Why not just hire a Frenchman at that
According
point?
to legend, the founders of Hotel de
Actually,
Boer,
wait.
Modeste and Savelli, used
Give
this
him a
method
second.
to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next week's menu to disagreements over the strategic direction of the restaurant.
So you'll hire a British VA and force them to do an American accent, but you won't hire a person with a native French accent. We can't have British accents in Genshin, but we can have fake French accents. It's movie level fake accent. It's, you know what it is? It's 12 hours later. It's that level. It's oh no. We can have fake French accents, but we can't have real British or any other accents. Like, let Escoffier's VA, you know, pop off, sounding like female Gordon Ramsay. I would be so here for that.
The cooking contest would decide who had the final say.
Huh. It sounds like they had a lot of free time on their hands.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in the culinary arts.
See, there are some things that could pass as genuine, but while, okay, if you cannot tell whether an accent is genuine or not, typically one of the, like, if you don't know what an actual French accent should sound like, or British accent or whatever, if you don't know what the accent should normally sound like, one of the easiest ways that you can try to identify if it's not a real accent or not is consistency. There are some times that he drops the H in front of the word, and sometimes where he doesn't. It's not a foolproof way, but it's unnatural for him to say heights after he just said, like in a previous thing, like it's a very natural sort of like heights, instead of like a French person who's trying to make sure the huh sound is there and like over enunciate it. Just wanted to pop back in, got hit by that bad French accent to say goodnight because you're going to eat now. It sounds good, Nightcrawler. I'm sorry that your ears were assaulted by the bad French accent. Have a good rest, Nightcrawler. I'll see you around. Thanks for popping in and hanging out. But anyways, you can hear a few things that are not consistent throughout what he says. And again, I'm not trying to throw any shade on the VAs. They're doing their job. They're getting paid to do this, and they're getting directed by the vocal directors, to say and do things certain ways. They're doing their job. That's all they're doing. No shade to them. And for what it's worth, like, it could have been a much worse, right? But no, it's just like, more so, my problem now is we can have fake French accents in Fontaine, but we can't have even fake accents of other accents in other places. But like, just, you know, we can't have the British VAs being, you know, excelling at what they do even more. Now they don't have to worry about putting on an accent. Whatever, I don't know. It's I'm not super upset. I want to be clear about that. I'm not like saying this because I'm super upset. I'm just being very vocal about it.
And indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hôtel de Bord into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine.
Reintroduction? Someone brought it back? Who?
Who do you think, Paimon?
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place, after all.
Thought so. There's your answer, Paimon.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hotel de Boer anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
I see no issue as long as both sides agree to the terms. We could simply treat it as an exhibition of sorts. Savannah, any objections?
Exhibition. Huh. No.
Also, that being said too, all the stuff I said earlier, I do know a little bit about French accents and how certain vowels should sound, so it was also a little easier to tell that it is probably not a genuine accent.
If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
Ooh.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Board to me.
What? The Codex de Boer?
The Codex de Boer? I love that, just not the Codex de Boer. Hey guys, what's the Codex de Boer? What is that?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his secret recipes, including Gâteau de Bourg.
How does she have it then?
It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And only the present and former head chefs of the Hotel de Bourg have the right to read it.
Then why doesn't Savannah have it? Also, this looks really funny. It's like 5-star, 4-star, 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 4-star.
Present and former. Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Don't take me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean. I want your copy, the original version, the one you took with you when you left us.
Okay, that's fair. Traveler trying his best to be included in the conversation.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They contain the exact same recipes.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you scared of me getting my hands on the original codex?
Savannah, you may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little,
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, weren't they?
Okay, this sounds a bit more conspiratorial now. Like maybe National Treasure type where there's like a secret in the original codex.
And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Bourg, per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. Are you in or out?
If it's a bake-off and you have the exact same recipe, what's the difference? Like, they can't differ that much if you have the exact same ingredients, measurements, cook time, prep time. Skill is the difference, but like how? Like, you just follow the recipe. Like, it's... Baking and cooking are two different things. Cooking requires more skill. It's a bit more artistic. Baking is more mathematical. It's more formulaic. You have the same ingredients list, the same measurements of those ingredients, the same prep time to get everything ready, the same cook time and heat, all that. So I don't see at what point there's any variation.
You sound surprisingly confident.
I hope they say. Baking is very precise and it's a cake. There's art to it as well. But where? Like, what's the part that differs? Where the skill takes place? I guess maybe the mixing of the ingredients? Because the proportions are going to be the same no matter what. The order that they get added to is going to be the same no matter what. So I guess the mixing. I guess decorating the cake? Okay, but like, I don't think they're going to, as two head chefs, I don't think they're going to base it off of how the cake looks. I think it's going to be based off of how it tastes. Who we know has never seen the Great British Bake Off. I can't do baking shows. I really can't. I don't know if it was like shows like Hell's Kitchen or whatever that ruined watching cooking shows for me, because I don't like seeing people get berated. I know it's usually, partially it's coming from a good place of constructive criticism and wanting the chefs to be better, and part of it is for entertainment value, but to me it makes me uncomfortable trying to watch through that. I know not all cooking and baking shows are like that, but cooking shows in general have just not been for me. Anyways, no, but Maury, if you have anything to weigh in here, please, I genuinely want to know at what point these two cakes that these two women are gonna make are gonna differ. Like, what specific things can they do that'll make it different? Because again, I don't think decoration's gonna play a part of the result. Like, presentation, sure, but like that's one thing. But I think it's gonna mostly be based off of how it tastes, right? Even if it's the same recipe, skill and experience plays a major role. But how? How? That's like saying, okay, we're gonna have these two people, they're gonna solve a math problem. They're gonna solve this formula, and okay, they come out to the same answer. To me, that's the analogy. Please, someone tell me where there's something different that happens. Isn't the Great British Bake Off supposed to be the one of the only cooking contests that doesn't berate the contestants? I don't know. Like I said, I stay away from all cooking shows. Cooking, baking, frying, like I don't care. Like even like the shows where it's like that guy who goes across the world eating like different foods from different restaurants, like even that, it just doesn't, like, entertainment value to me is just not there. Like I am not saying it's not entertaining to other people, it's just to me, like I don't find it entertaining to watch. In fact, like usually when I see something like that come up, I just get hungry. Math and cooking is different. Okay, but how? How? They have the same recipes, they have the same ingredients list, everything's the same. What part is different? Frosting will affect the flavor. Assembly can affect appearance. Chopping can affect the size of ingredients. When mixed in, all of it affects the final product. Okay, thank you. That makes sense. That's what I'm looking for. Like, okay, that makes sense then. I guess, but they're gonna be using the same frosting, surely. So the flavor can't be affected that much, right? Appearance, like I said, yeah, presentation, that I can see would make a big, that could be a significant amount of points or whatever they're using, whatever rubric they're using to grade these cakes. Chopping affects the size of the ingredients when mixed in. That does make sense. Okay, so there is a skill aspect there as well. They're head chefs. Do you really think they aren't making the frosting from scratch? No, they are. But again, same recipes, same ingredients list. If it's the same ingredients, it's surely going to taste consistency and taste are two different things. You can have like roughly chopped ingredients and finely chopped ingredients mixed in, affecting the flavor in the same way, because those flavors themselves can't be too dissimilar based on consistency, right? Several things chefs learn from trial and error that requires tons of failed attempts to try to perfect a dish, hence the experience part. But they don't need to draw on experience. They have the recipe in front of them, telling them exactly what to do. Take 3 eggs, mix them until they're, okay, again, like the mixing thing, I can see that can be a skill-based thing, right? But, 3 eggs, mix in with a half a cup of flour, I'm just throwing out random things, right? Half a cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of sugar, whatever. Like, all the things that make the taste are already there. Consistency doesn't change the taste. It can affect the taste, but if you've got roughly ground and finely ground ingredients in 2 separate cakes, the overall consistency may be different. One will taste more rough, the other may taste more smooth, but surely the taste is basically the same, right? Anyways, that's my little rant for the day. Like, I know that there's a difference. I just want to know what the difference is. I know that there's a difference. I'm just confused at what point in the process it gets introduced. I just want to understand, because I don't bake. Okay, I used to make things. Okay, I was never good in the kitchen, but I have cooked and baked things in the past a few times. I just want okay. I just want to know.
Alright then, let's see how much you've actually grown.
When you bake roast potatoes, always add salt right before they go into the oven instead of letting them sit in the salt while waiting for the oven to finish preheating. Why? Because even though the order is the same, the salt can draw out the moisture of the potatoes. How do you know this? You made that mistake before. The chef's skills are based on tiny factors like that they can only learn from experience. But is that step not outlined in recipes typically? It may not be. That's the thing, is I don't know these things. That's what I'm saying, is I don't know these things. I just want people to explain to me and not just say it's different because it is. That doesn't tell me anything. That's like a Savannah saying, hey, be a better chef, fix your mistake, and figure it out. Versus a Escoffier saying, don't do that, do this. Have you seen Harry Potter? I have. It's been years though. But yeah, so that makes sense, Jua. But is that not typically outlined in recipes? Like when to do things like that? you said you add salt right before they go into the oven instead of letting them sit in the salt. Like, do they not do recipes? Because from my recollection of reading recipes from things that I've made, don't they typically say, you know, add salt right before, and like with a little like note that says don't let them sit for too long, or like let them sit for like X amount of minutes? Remember the potions book Harry had that belonged to Snape? The potions book from Half-Blood Prince. I vaguely remember. And yes, I know that Snape like annotated it, but wasn't he correcting mistakes or like trying to make things better? And again, if everyone had Snape's copy of the potions book, they'd all be making the same potions that have more efficacy than what the standard one has. Every small factor matters, but you're asking to tell you the difference between a fictional cake. No, but it's not the fictional cake. It's just cakes in general, or baking in general. I just want to know if you have... It doesn't have to be cakes. It doesn't have to be, like, this, like, specific thing. It could be if someone has a recipe to make bread. Like, 2 people have the recipe to make bread, and exactly the same proportions and ingredients and times and everything. At what point does the first loaf, or person A's loaf, taste different from person B's loaf? That's what I'm like, that's the part that I'm trying to get at. Even though the recipe said cut the thing sideways, but Snape made a special note to squish before chopping. That's where the experience plays a part. No, but Dust, you don't understand. They're using the same book, aren't they? I mean, unless the original copy has annotations. The original copy of the Codex de Boer has annotations in it. Maybe it does. I don't know. They haven't said, and Escoffier didn't give any hints that they are different. But that's the thing is, Dust, Snape's version of the rest of the potions book is essentially a different book because of his annotations. Harry was not making the same potions as the other people because he had different recipes. Or not different recipes, but like a different way to do it. But as far as we know, Escoffier and Savannah have the same steps in front of them. The same proportions, the same steps, the same methods, all laid out in front of them. One of them isn't using an annotated book, unless Escoffier is. Maybe she is. I don't... At this current moment in time, I don't think she's using an annotated copy. Now, if she is, that's cool. It's kind of a trope, but that's kind of cool. I do like when, you know, there's like, oh, the original copy has these notes that the original author left, like, you know, in the margins and stuff. I love that trope. But I don't think that they're going with that, because Escoffier seemed very like aloof about it instead of very protective. Like, no, this is my copy. And in fact, they would have made, like, if everyone has seen it at this point, someone would have brought that up by now at this point in the conversation, I think. Hard to say in general because there are small differences that are only easy to describe in specific recipes. Alright, well, anyways, enough rambling and ranting. We'll see how they play it out.
I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll show you.
She just sounds evil. She just looks and sounds evil.
Are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendres so I can get prepping.
I do apologize. This whole ordeal reflects rather poorly on us.
Wait, aren't you the boss?
I'm afraid it's not quite that simple.
Oh,
the
I guess
Hotel
the
de
two went
Boer
together.
runs as more of a partnership, you see. It was founded by 2 friends, Modeste and Savelli, and it's been that way ever since.
Like me asking you to tell the difference between male and female characters to learn the difference between Ether and Lumine. You can try you want, but it's going to be hard to describe the specific character differences with a general model. Between Ether and Lumine? I mean, I don't see where you're coming from, not gonna lie. I don't see the analogy right now. I'm still stuck on baking.
So, while I am technically Savannah's boss, it's not really my place to interfere with the business of the kitchen.
That's a weird business model.
To be perfectly honest with you, that's part of the reason why I suggested a cooking contest. If Escoffier wins, it would be the perfect opportunity for her to talk some sense into Savannah. Or, of course, if she wanted to return, then... But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Whatever the outcome, this contest will hopefully serve as a turning point for us. Please, pass on my best wishes to Escoffier.
That's true, but don't you have a fave dish that you prefer to get at a particular restaurant, even though there are multiple restaurants that serve the same dish in the area? No, but they're using different recipes at that point. Surely, unless you look at them and can confirm, like, side by side, that the ingredients and the steps are the same. Because as far as, like, what logic tells me is that this dish I get at restaurant A versus the quote-unquote same dish from restaurant B, they're cooking it with different ingredients or different proportions or different methods or heat times or cook times. They're not going by the same recipe book at that point. So it falls apart when you try to expand it out to multiple restaurants versus these two head chefs using the exact same book. Because they specifically said using the recipe in the Codex de Boer. That being said, yes, there, as a side point, yes, there are certain dishes I like to get at other restaurants because I like their method better.
I must say, Savannah surprised me with her confidence. Does she really believe she can best Escoffier in the kitchen? I thought she was just blowing off steam when she first raised the idea to me.
Yeah, no, I think Savannah's very suspicious now. Like, there's something going on with Savannah, surely. Would we return to Flissant? Oh wait, no. Talk to this guy. Oh no.
I can't believe I got to witness that firsthand. I only stopped by here for a quick meal. I definitely got my Mora's worth today.
He's like, yo, dinner and a show? Alright, back to here. Ever been to a restaurant or fast food place or something twice and got the same meal, but it was slightly different? Like one visit the food had a bit more salt than the other because the chef has a different definition of a pinch of salt. Okay, see, that's a fair point. If you just say like a pinch of salt, that is like different than saying 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So that is a very valid point. Dad loves cooking and he always tells me anyone can fill people's stomachs, but there are only a few that can fill their hearts as well. The loose translation from your first language. That's actually a really cool line though. And it sounds so very Ratatouille. Oh, we've got an ad. I don't know if you can hear me, Dust. I'll say it again when the ad's over. Unless you can hear me. Oh.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere. Was it really sensible to just go along with it?
Might have lost some impact in the translation. I mean, it still sounds... I definitely get the impact from it, though. And again, I don't know if you can hear me right now, because there's an ad going on.
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off, never letting you know what she really thinks.
Do you think if you and I were in the same room with the same ingredients and the same recipe making a cake that our cakes would be the same? I mean, theoretically, yes. I do. The Genshin impact, you make that pun? No, but I was thinking at you. Thank you for saying it. I mean, more theoretically, I would. Like, if we had the exact same steps on what to do and how to do it. And I'm a very methodical person, so if I have a list of what to do and how to do it, I try to follow that as close as I can. Theoretically, it's not real life. I know, Jua, but I'm just saying, it's like, see, y'all are missing the point. I want to know why it's different. You keep saying, oh, it's not going to be different. But why? Jua has hit on a couple of the points. I don't know if that's all the points. Like, a pinch of salt is a very ambiguous thing. And that's fair, that's true. If it just comes down to ambiguity, that's fine. But I'm sure there's more that goes into it. I'm confident that there's more that goes into cooking than just differences based on ambiguity. But what are the reasons?
That's patently false, at least where your macarons
False.
are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay, that's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
So, anyway, what's this Codex de Bois she's so obsessed with?
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures.
Interesting. They're ads playing? Yeah, I figured. So what I was saying was, I love that quote from your dad. Even though like it's translated over, it still sounds like I can still see the impact from that. And it sounds like something you would hear from like Ratatouille, like when Gusto's saying anyone can cook, and then they kind of elaborate what that means. Like, that's a really cool quote from your dad. I actually really like that. And yeah, I can see that it's true, because anyone can fill people's stomachs. There are only a few that can fill their hearts as well. That's true. Like, if you are someone who comes up with like a really unique and really good recipe for something, and it's not just the food. Like, it's not just like the ingredients themselves. Well, it's like how you prepare them and the presentation of it, and like how it's, you know, and in some people's cases, like in Ratatouille, like if it brings you back to a time or place, like if you have a certain memory, like from the moment that it hits your tongue and it just transports you back in time, then yeah, that's all fair and valid. Getting timing exact can also be an art. Temperature of the cookware can affect it too. I see. Okay, so thank you. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for, is the elaboration on like where the differences play in. Timing exact can also be an art. Timing, yeah, good point. Temperature of the cookware, surely also like the type of cookware too, right? But they'll probably be using the same cookware in this scenario. But yeah, whether you leave something on the stove or you, like if you preheat it or if you do it as you're getting things ready, then yeah, timing plus temperature. You have to have ways to determine when the food is properly cooked instead of focusing only on time. That's true. Also, yeah, that's true. Like even though if you have like two things that are roughly the same, they could cook thoroughly differently because of the thing that they're on, whether it's preheated or not, or the mass of the thing. Like if you have two steaks that are roughly the same size, they're not exactly the same size. So all other things being equal, they'll still cook thoroughly at different rates because of the mass. So that's fair. But again, that's also two steaks that are roughly the same size, instead of saying like, you know, 22.8 ounces of steak, for instance. You let him know? Yes, please do. That's actually, I really like that. And I'm sure that he's like, if you've been growing up with a dad for a cook, you've probably had a bunch of great meals growing up. It's a similar idea with eggs, by the way. I wouldn't know. You can't touch eggs.
Back in the day, he and his good friend Zabelli explored far and wide.
But I see what you mean.
Partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene.
You're not gonna have 20 grams of eggs, can't eat them, but baking, would you say one egg? That's true. But okay, I'm just gonna like use an isolated incident based on that, Jua, and it's not to apply to the whole thing, but just as an isolated incident. If it came down to like the eggs being different you know, weights, and if that ultimately affected the final product, doesn't that kind of mean that Escoffier and Savannah's cakes are based on RNG? Whether they get like better sized eggs, and again, that's just an isolated incident. I know it's not coming down to just the eggs, but you see what I mean? You say can't touch eggs? Why? Yeah, yeah, what you said. I'm allergic to eggs and milk. He has some amazing quotes. You try to take them down as much as you can. He sounds like someone who comes up with some really good quotes. If you got any more, like, please share them. In fact, actually, wait, do I have a, I don't have a quotes channel in my Discord, but you probably just put them down in, like, general if you'd want.
For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Bois was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures.
A good chef would be able to adjust the recipe to match. I see. Okay. Hence, okay, experience based on... Okay, so that makes sense. And at that point, I don't have to know the specifics. If you just say, like... It's like... What's a good example? Or what's a good analogy? I guess, like, driving. Good drivers can when you're driving, you know what to do, but different things can happen, like different weather conditions or road conditions. A good driver can adjust accordingly based on the variances in temperature or weather, or whether the road is smooth or rough. Okay, or whether they're driving in automatic or manual. So that makes sense. Every chef brings their own twist to the dish. But are they going to bring their own twist to these dishes if they specifically said they're going to cook it by the book? Knowing if the batter is supposed to be a certain way means you can adjust when it isn't. Okay, that makes sense. That's a very good point. Thank you. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I'm wondering about, because again, cannot stress this enough. I'm not a chef. I don't bake. I don't cook. So I don't know all these details. I want to know these details, though it's not really going to help me if I don't use them as a to cook or bake. But I want to know them for at least for the moment, right?
So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted.
So there's two reasons why there's no more than 16 slices per day. And maybe this is the original reason. That's really cool. I like that lore. In theory, it would be the same, but in practice, they will never match because of how many factors there are. You need to cook. Swear if ever made rule of teaching how to cook something. I can cook if I have a recipe. I'm not going to freehand anything because because at that point, it involves more than just... there's a whole, actual food chemistry that you have to know. And I don't know that. There's a whole separate subject of material that I don't want to fill my head with at the moment. But I can cook if I'm given a recipe. I've made some things. In fact, I can bring up some recipes later on stuff that I've made. No, you know what? I'm bringing up one recipe that I've made right now. Food. Okay, there's actually a few. There's, wait. Where did it go? Oh, recipes. I have a whole separate thing for recipes. So there's a dairy and egg-free strawberry cake that uses a very specific cake mix, very specific brand of cake mix, with a very specific brand of strawberry frosting, 8 ounces of unsweetened applesauce, and 1 cup of water, and then a list of how to prep it. I don't remember if I modified this recipe or not. This might just be how I found it. But that's not what I was trying to find originally. Okay, there's a Cumberland sauce that I've made. Did I ever make this foie gras? I don't think I've made this foie gras before. Oh, these aren't in order. They're shoot. Veal shank ossobuco. I've made veal ossobuco before. But again, this is all based on, this says, 200, or 1 cup of chopped onions, 1 cup of carrots, 1 cup of celery, half a cup of parsnips, 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't think I ate this recipe myself. It had butter in it. And some other things as well. So very specific things. But I've made these in the past based off of recipes that I've found. Cumberland sauce. Actually, that looks really good. Wait, I might actually make this again sometime soon. Sidetracked. Sorry. Number 1 rule of learning how to cook. Accept that you will make something bad. You'll only learn what ingredients go together by going to an expensive culinary school or learning what ingredients do not go together. But that's if you're doing it freehand, right? Not if you're following a recipe book or even just a recipe in general. If you make a recipe based off of, if you make a dish based off of a recipe that you're given and you find out that those ingredients don't work together, it's not your fault. It's whoever put the recipe together.
Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hotel de Boer, which catapulted them to stardom in Fontaine's culinary world. Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius, and over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Boer.
Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hotel de Boer took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes for centuries. Something like that?
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if they only served food that was popular last century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Sibeli and Modest parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modest passed away while he was still in his prime.
Oh.
And that was it. The end of the Hotel de Bour's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liue's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from.
Paimon, it's Fontaine, not Liyue. Number 2 rule of learning to cook. Take your recipes and add one small thing or change one small thing. Try to make it something that you think will improve it. If it doesn't, you know now. If it does, congrats, you improved a recipe. Repeat until you suddenly have an original recipe. That's very that's very Theseus. It's very Ship of Theseus. Like, for people who don't know the Ship of Theseus, you know, if you have a ship and you replace a plank on that ship that was rotting, and then there's another rotting plank and you replace that one, and you replace all of them until all the planks are different, is it the same ship or not? More basic example, if you have a broom and the handle breaks and you replace the handle and then the brush breaks, so you replace the brush, is it the same broom or not? It seems easier on a smaller scale to say no, it's a different broom, but like for the ship, you know, it's a sort of gradual thing over time. I think it's like, I don't know, at what point is it an original recipe? Because if it's an original recipe, doesn't that just mean it's a very different dish altogether? It's no longer a cake or whatever you started with, or a specific type of cake. Paimon and Null are kind of on the same page. It's always like that, it seems. I always say something and then I'll advance the dialogue and then Paimon just repeats or paraphrases what I just said. Even though now he's explaining why Paimon's wrong. But you're not replacing a part with the same part. You're replacing a wooden plank with a metal one. You're adding to it. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It's still, I think, the same principle, where it's like, if I have my vegan strawberry cake recipe, and I change, if I change the measurement of one of the ingredients, and then I decide to change the type of frosting, and then I change like something like it. I find it hard to say it's an original recipe versus a modified recipe. There's this thing as true originality. Most original things are rehashes or other already known things, except for iTubers. VTubing is not unique in and of itself, but like, or original in and of itself. But I have yet to see another eyeball VTuber. And if anyone knows one or sees one, please let me know. I want to meet them. I want to meet my kind. But yeah, I think that there can be true originality. It's just much harder to come by. It's a lot more rare for true originality.
Yes, well, that's fiction, and this is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Okay, so that's fair. So I want to say maybe they won't be using the same recipe, except for what Savannah said. She said they're going to make it based on the recipe in the Codex de Bourg. Whether that was just like meant to be more generic, or if it was like an error in the script, or like an oversight in the script, I don't know. So maybe it just comes down to like a syntactical thing.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the Codex?
You rehash the concept of VTubing and floating novels. There's literally a channel in Discord about lookalikes. This isn't true originality, it's a remix of multiple concepts to make something new, something original. Fair and valid. I still hold to my point that true originality can and does exist, but it's like trying to pan for gold in a river. you know, the same river being panned over years and decades will yield less and less gold. All the original gold is gone, and you'll be lucky to find, you know, a fraction of an ounce after a day's worth of panning. But I do think that true originality can and does exist. It's just harder to come by.
But like I said, it's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modest wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Bois of today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Venegem's business sense to thank for that.
Yep, okay, so it was two different reasons, with the original reason being the rarity of the ingredient. But yeah, that's fair. It's fair to say that because she isn't making it based off of strictly that recipe. It was an incomplete recipe that she had to add to make it a complete recipe. So reimagination / what did she say? Yeah, basically calling it her own. That's a fair take. We would never have gotten chess with guns if we never had chess and never had guns. Wait, hang on. It's a wild thing to start with. What do you mean chess with guns? We'd never in Genshin. Right? Are you talking about that minigame, or is it something else? Am I thinking of something, or are you thinking of something else? We'd never have either of those without war. We wouldn't have had that without conflict. Gonna stop distracting from the story quest. No, but like, see, when you try to get to granularity, then truly nothing is original. But we know that originality does exist. Okay, I guess it comes down to a difference of definition of originality, so never mind. Yeah, you're right. You've never heard of the game FPS Chess? I have not. That's a very wild thing to use as anecdotal, to use as an anecdote.
Oh, huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Bois, but it's still the most delicious cake in Fontaine today. And who knows? Maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate.
I want to make my cake now. It's been a long time since I've made this cake. And it's really... Wait, hang on. Did I put... Oh, shoot. It's missing something on here. Or I added something and never changed it on here? Surely it's not just water. It uses a soda. I'll have to address that later. That's a future null problem.
Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right?
False.
Not to mention that the Hotel de Bois never would have fallen into a slump.
It being the perfect cake has nothing to do with whether the recipe's able to be preserved. False, Navia. Added to game suggestions. I will check it out later. Thank you, Jua.
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy?
Beats me, Paimon.
Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Bois is the true head chef?
That's a fair take, actually.
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah only got a copy.
So is it just jealousy?
Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the first place. Well, a joint decision by her and Venegem. But still.
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head chef. Yeesh.
Again, back to the change of heart, back to the Lumiline being a mood-altering drug. I'm gonna keep pointing that out because I think that's where we're going with that. I don't know why else they would have specified what the substance is and what it does if it didn't coincide with someone who had a very different demeanor in their past.
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our gato do the talking.
What does that mean exactly?
It means besting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula.
You don't mince words.
However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. But
let's
shoot.
not get too ahead of ourselves.
Sorry, Escoffier.
Well, I'm confident
Oh,
that
Pat,
you
I
and your
agree for you.
spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. But that should be a breeze for you.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de bourg is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe if I can find a couple of assistants in time.
Assistants?
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior.
From who?
But be
Warrior.
warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards. Think you're up to the task?
Warrior. Bring it on.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your scathing review.
Oh.
Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
Wait. Why are we competing against each other? I thought we were on her team together.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary mise en place. Show me your knife skills.
Does sword skill count? Ooh. That's good. Use normal text to cut the fruit. Assume she will collect the slices and process them into some sublime substance.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en place is chopping stuff up without sending juices flying all over the kitchen.
Oh, come on. Why?
Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
No, Paimon, not the knife.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients.
What's a cold press?
A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead.
Ooh. Spray master with the cold press. Elemental skill to accelerate the cold press's progress. Then use NA to let it do its work. Okay.
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep.
Gonna let them talk
Paimon's
first.
never used anything this weird before. Cool. Not weird.
Hey.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients. I processed all the fruit you chopped up earlier.
Competing for a spot helping with her content. Oh, but I thought she needed multiple hands. I thought she needed 3 people working, so her and 2 others. It's 3-person contest when you have 4 people, and she's not gonna let someone bad at cooking help her. Okay, maybe I misunderstood then. Pay close attention to the minigame. It comes back multiple times in this quest. Ooh, thank you. Thank you for the heads up.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in?
Absolutely not!
Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want. I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely.
Ooh, okay. So, the flavors you got from her multifunctional food processor can adjust the flavor profile of the dish, strike a balance between fruity and floral to adjust said flavor profile and make a delicious dish. So we want... Okay.
Slowly and carefully. Not a drop too much and not a drop too little.
Are we trying to hit it between the two? Basically cut fruit for red fruit cards, use cryo attacks and cold press to get blue. Okay, tap on a flavoring or drag it out. Oh, I see. Perfect. I get it, I get it. Okay, cool, cool. Hey. I thought it was like a meter that was
voila.
like cooking, where it
Now
goes
it's
left to
your
right.
turn. Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse.
Thanks? Oh, I'm gonna snooze this ad. No, I snoozed it.
But the traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try.
He's... You can't say that either. Okay. I guess I just treated it like an adventurous puzzle. All things might... No, we're gonna... Yeah. We're gonna suck up to
That
her.
goes without saying. Still, credit where credit's due. You did well.
Went to get a coffee, what did you miss? Not much. We did the little, like, Escoffier mini-games on how to, like, do, the flavoring things. It wasn't... I thought it was gonna be a bit more tricky, but it's just... math, I guess. Kind of curious how everyone else used the cold press when nobody else can use cryo here.
Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel du Bois' current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a final score.
Final score? Also, thank you for the care package 10. I will do that right now. Yeah, I don't know how everyone else is using the cold press. Maybe they just have Navia hit it and then they'll attack it, I guess. I mean, realistically, they're probably not supposed to be hitting it with swords. So who's to say that they need someone to apply cryo to it? Because there's a valve on top, right? So, I don't know. Yes, Jua, sorry, I meant Escoffier. For cryo.
That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop!
Guess they could just get some normal ice cubes or something? Probably. Yeah. Submit dishes? But we haven't made...
How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. I expect you to present the most delicious thing on the menu.
Are these all things on the menu? I guess they are. Yeah, I guess they're okay. They're highlighted because they are. Wait. Okay, so we gotta go with one of the delicious versions, I'm sure. Kind of want to go for the macarons, but I'm sure that Navi's gonna also do macarons. We'll go with a 3-star as well. I don't know how much this affects how things go. It probably doesn't, but might as well play it up. That looks good. What is this though? I think we'll go with this one. You chose the macarons. Yeah, I wanted to as well, but then I'm like, if it were like, you know, in universe, Navia is obviously going for the macarons. Uh, do it. Beat Navi at her own game. Man, does that actually do anything if I choose macarons? Like, is there a difference based on what I choose? I don't know how detailed they're gonna be with the dialogue here. Alright, we're gonna do it. Fine, sure, whatever. As you present your finished dish, okay.
Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say. Now, let the grating commence.
Also she has bonus lines for normal and sus food, but she asks you to try again.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to la food.
Okay, Paimon, okay. Submit suspicious food. After closely examining your dish, Escoffier asks you some pointed questions. So what is this exactly? Because what it looks like is the aftermath of an alchemy accident. You realize food is supposed to be edible, yes? That's harsh. Normal food. After confirming that this was indeed your attempt at cooking food meant for human consumption, Escoffier looks a little disappointed. Huh. I know this doesn't represent what you're capable of. Try again, and this time I want to see you make a proper attempt. Interesting.
6 points.
What? Oh, well, fair enough. Paimon doesn't cook all that often, so as long as it's a pass.
That's not what we prepared.
That's 6 out of 100.
Oh. Traveler's face.
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it.
Yikes. Burn fruit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's not. That's what Paimon prepared. Oh, I see. Did I forget? Yeah, I did forget she was competing, not gonna lie. And there's the macarons. So ours is covered. I don't know if it's gonna... Huh, interesting.
By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Oh. No, poor Paimon.
Oh, me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points.
Jeez.
Aww.
Oh. Yikes, she's a harsh judge. Poor Paimon and poor Navia. Covered because they didn't want to account for every recipe you could have submitted. That's fair.
Now to the final dish.
So, what do you think?
This is our last hope.
8 points.
Yikes.
Darn, that's barely higher than what we got.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation.
Oh, she's so happy. Wait. Kind of cute. The smile is a little creepy, though, not gonna lie. That's a very narrow smile that uses the little, like, pout thing. That's a little unnatural looking, not gonna lie.
I have to give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
Why did you not just say 80? Or 90?
How did you pull that off?
It's all that practice from cooking for you, Paimon.
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into honing your skills in the kitchen.
I don't get the grading scale here. Me neither. Gotta mess with you by playing with expectations. So she knows what she's doing. Okay.
I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish.
Oh, she's so happy.
Traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner.
Hey, you made that last part up! No way did you taste that!
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking the Traveler as one of your assistants then?
Navia, I wouldn't say you lost fair and square. You lost. I wouldn't say it's fair. I would just say it was a very subjective rubric.
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe Paimon and Navia should keep practicing and see how it goes?
Or we take Monica. Let's take Monica. Sore loser? No. Because, like, I'm sure her dish is fine. It's just that the grader had a very strict criteria. A very strict set of criteria. So, fair and square, I think, is putting it a bit rough. But also, are we going to get Monica? Are we going to steal Monica from Savannah? I hope so.
Chef Escoffier.
Are we taking Hilaire?
Oh, it's Hilaire. What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bois, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
Huh. And you think you're up to the task, do you?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Hey!
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me and my family. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
But you were the one being run ragged. Are you sure you're up to the task, Firma?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now. I'm sorry. I know I've been rather useless these past few days, but not anymore. The fact is,
are you sure?
I'm a fine chef, despite recent events.
Heck yeah.
I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bois kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I mean, I hope so.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bois?
I have not, but I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it. I'll prove it. Let me whip something up for you right now.
Starts whisking some eggs, passes out with his face in the bowl. Please be careful. Please be careful.
Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
Oh my gosh. Usa, thank you for the lurk. Can I get a TSO for Usa, please? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for stopping in.
What do you call this, Firma?
Oh, he's got trauma. That's not good.
I can't seem to grip my knife.
Thank you, Jua. Guys, go check out Usa. She's a dear friend of mine. She's been... Sorry, I'm still... I'm getting a little tired right now. I've been going for about 3 hours. So I'm gonna... After this act, we're gonna probably wrap it up. But yeah, go check out Usa. She's great. I love her. Her streams are super... They're both cozy and also very, like... I want to say, like, chaotic, but not in, like, the bad way. I'm sorry. I can't right now. My brain's all mushy. I apologize. I'm sorry I couldn't give you, like, a proper thing, but regardless, please, if you're not already following USA, do so for me, for her. It's a great community, great vibes.
Do it again! Again!
Maybe
again!
Jeez.
I...
Okay, so we're not taking Firma. Noted.
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
PTSD happened.
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica.
Monica, when did you get here?
Even I didn't notice you arrived.
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow. But anyway, Firma, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was, I would have stood up for you sooner.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
So are we going to actually get Monica on our team then?
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something stronger.
She sounds like the worst. All right, another Savannah horror story. Let's hear it.
Oh no.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Yeah, she just sounds plain evil.
Either straighten yourself out or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh man, that must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further.
Yeah, guys, if you're working in a place that's as toxic as that, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Like, I know this is just like in a game, but there are real world scenarios where people have terribly toxic workplaces. And getting overworked and getting stressed out and, you know, to the point where it can affect you like this, like hit you with depression, anxiety, like it's a no joke thing. Like, seriously, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Just as an aside to this, since it's kind of touching on that a bit.
Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Okay, so based on what she just said there, it sounds like it was Savannah that was there with her during her time as head chef.
Oh, well, Paimon and Navia will still keep practicing, just in case.
And so will I.
Yeah, and if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
Hey, we got Monica on our side.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then, well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to put your future employment in jeopardy.
Please tell me that Monica told Savannah to go punch sand.
I know, but it's alright. I've made up my mind. With the way things are,
There we
I
go.
can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma.
Yeah. You can't say that right in front of him. Come on.
I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
I hope you're right.
Well, Hyman didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Careful, Paimon. Don't jinx it.
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Yep.
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
I can help cook. It'll be good practice for the contest.
Alright, if you insist. Then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives.
Hearing, like... I felt it there for a second when I said that line. Hearing Escoffier's British accent slip through the, through her dialogue is, like, wearing off on me. And, like, my accent's kind of slipping through as well. My British and American are starting to mishmash a little bit. Escoffier opted for a huge variety of dishes. Thankfully, both of us are skilled enough that even though it was our first time working together, we had a great rapport.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
She dished out plenty of praise and taught me an awful lot, too. The time seemed to fly by. Paimon sitting down
That was a dream
looked kind of weird.
True. Hyman never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Wait, where's not... Oh. Navia? Are you okay? That's an empty bottle next to her. Okay. Alright, she's passed out. Poor Navia.
I wish I could eat that all over again. It's not often that Escoffier goes all out like this. And it's all because of you, Traveler.
So she's not passed out? Why do you look like you're passed out with an empty bottle in front of you?
So, this is what Chef Escoffier is truly capable of.
Drunk happens to the best of us. I don't think she's drunk, but she also doesn't sound, like, fatigued or anything. She's talked normally. Unless she's just a really good drunk.
Wow. I don't know if I'll ever be able to cook as good as that.
Alright, check on Escoffier.
Why, Savannah? Why?
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it.
This cutscene is a good place to end for today. Okay, perfect. After this, okay, sounds good.
But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modest's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing.
For her, it's probably not about how useful it is, and more of an issue of head chef's pride.
Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point.
Were you two friends?
We were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief.
Sounds like you feel partly responsible. Again, unnecessarily detailed socks or stockings or whatever those are.
Well, I mean to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex.
Speaking of Modeste, didn't he have a falling out with someone as well?
Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Bois, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Bois and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart.
If your chat said because internet's spotty. Yes, this is Escoffier story quest. I'm not sure if maybe I missed your message. I didn't think I saw it earlier, but yes, this is Escoffier story quest. We're doing the first part today. We're gonna end here soon. What's up, King? Hey, Lipena, how's it going? You're tuning in right towards the end of our adventure here. You were spared from listening to a not very great French accent. So I'm glad that you're tuning in kind of at this point. You think your internet is just being weird, but it's possible. I'm sorry that you're having internet issues. But yeah, what's up, Lapena? How's it going? French accent, what did you miss? So the boss of the Hotel de Bois, the person that got to voice it, was not French, and was doing their best. Again, I say this not throwing shade to the VA. He did his part. He's doing what he can to get paid. He's doing what he was told by the voice directors. It's just, why not hire an actual like person with a French accent? And if we're gonna have like fake French accents in Genshin, why can't we have real British accents in Genshin? And I'm gonna keep harping on that every time like this gets brought up. Clearly not French. Bad French accent is all that he wanted for Fonte. Well, you'll love Escoffier story quest if you haven't played it already.
Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face.
Aw.
And with
That's
Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured.
So what happened to them, ultimately?
Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness.
That sounds suspicious.
And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. Their story just came to an end.
You're labbing F6 at the moment. Like, stop by and say hello. I appreciate it, Lapena. Hope the labbing goes well. But for real, like, why didn't they just let Escoffier be British? Yes, exactly. Female Gordon Ramsay. I would have been so down for that.
One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends.
See, like, she's already, like, sort of slipping into it anyways. Just let her be. Is it true?
Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut.
With me on the team, there's no... With you on the team, there's no way we can lose.
You're right about that. Just follow my lead and victory will be ours.
Not the Gordon Ramsay reference. Friends constantly send you memes about the similarities between Escoffier and Gordon Ramsay. I mean, I'm sure that he played a big inspiration for Escoffier's character. There's no way that... Like, there's even, like, a scene where she's got... It looks... I don't know if it's just her hands or if she's holding, like, 2 loaves of bread. around Farina's head for the what is it? The idiot sandwich reference. All right, let's see. There it is. All right, Act 1. All right, let's talk to her real quick.
Let's hope that Savannah isn't all sizzle and no steak. After all the work we've put in, it would kind of be a shame if tomorrow was a complete cakewalk.
Right. Awesome. There's no other dialogue, right? Because we talked to... They're gone. Okay, there's no other dialogue, I'm sure. Alright. Perfect. Well, where's the lamb sauce? I only know the words. I haven't seen the scene, the lamb sauce scene. Actually, no, I take that back. I think I saw an Escoffier, like, animation where she uses that quote. You're good as all for today. Awesome, awesome. Not the idiot sandwich. Did you do your dailies? Don't forget your dailies. Thank you, Dust. I did do my dailies. Yes, I did do my dailies. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I think I did them last night because I wanted to get as much time for the management sim to make sure that I got all of that done. Okay. We have 87 wishes. We will do polls for Escoffier next week. We are sitting at 0 pity, right? Yeah, 0 pity, 50-50. Surely nothing goes wrong, right? With 87 wishes, surely. But anyways, let us find someone to raid. Also, doing them manually instead of just getting the rewards from the quest. Yep, I do them manually. It's an OCD thing. Also, I feel bad, like, when Usa stopped by and, like, I didn't give, like, a very proper, like, you know, whatever. My brain just, like, melted for a second. I wanted to say again, please go check out Usa. She's a dear friend of mine. She's been a huge supporter of me for as long as I've been streaming, basically. She's got a great community, super friendly and wholesome. Also, not always completely wholesome, but anyways, it's so much fun, and I love hanging out in her streams and hanging out with her as a friend, as a person. So please go check her out. Go follow her if you're not already. Thank you for all of you who stuck around hanging out, all the lurks. I appreciate every single one of you. Sorry that, like, today I was, like, feeling a bit off. I need to get a better sleep schedule. Maybe my brain will function better. Let's see who's live. Let me... I don't think I need to snooze this ad. Okay. So no one there. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, how about... Let's see. Night Dust, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate all you. Scripted up the last time on Genshin Impact Summer for next stream. Awesome, thank you. Thanks for the stream, thank you, 10. Thank you for everyone hanging out. We're gonna try and find a friend to raid into, I think. Let's see, a friend or maybe... Yeah, let's go say hi to Menace. She's doing her uncapped day 27. So right now she's doing Subnautica as a special event. Let's go say hi to her. Let's see. I want to... hang on. I have an idea. I need... Hang on. Don't use this one. I just need the eyeball emoji real quick. Just need that so that I can do this one. Would it be mean to say be yourself, Rain? Honestly, Jua, I was going to do something in a similar vein and say happy Sherlock Day raid. Oh shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the lamb sauce raid? Alert. Oh, not that one. So if you've got the emotes, there's that version as well. Lamb sauce raid will also be a good one too. In fact, actually here. If you want a lamb sauce raid, can I get the eyeball back? Thank you. I'm gonna do one just for people who want to do this. There's an additional one for you, but I'm gonna do the Sherlock Day raid because I think it's funny. Could be good for next stream too because you're pulling her. That's true. We can save the lamb sauce for next time. Alrighty. Yep. Let's go say hi to another streamer friend. All right, Menace. She's a chaotic gremlin, but she's also a sweetheart as well. She won't admit it though. You see, yes. All right, thanks again, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. If I don't feel better by tomorrow, I'm gonna go see someone, but I'm not feeling terrible, so I think it's fine. I appreciate all of you hanging out. Thanks again. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone. Bye.